DFZRadio.com.
The cannabis portion of this show is designed as entertainment only for legal medicinal cannabis patients over 21 years of age and is not meant to encourage any other activity or use. Yeah, dick.
Talking about the Heavy T Road Show. Knowing someone better than your show. Everybody knowing this whole show. Yeah. Talking about the Heavy T Road Show.
Yo, what is? Welcome to Heavy T's Grow Show right here on DFZRadio.com. Hold on. Yeah, we're doing a radio show in here, man. You can go around or beat it. No one gives a fuck.
Is the radio too loud, man?
I don't know, dude.
Did you knock it on? Dude?
Hey, man. Hey,
There's
the
no
show.
door handle over here, man.
If you want to be part of the show, you're in studio or you're not. Either way.
Did you
If you
notice?
name when it starts, then you fucking out. I don't give a flying fuck about picking up some fucking dumb shit half the fucking week. Okay? Fucking absurd calls. Hey, man, I just want to know, is Denny's open tomorrow? No, it's not fucking open tomorrow, dude. All right? Stop beating on my door. If you want to be part of my show, then be in the studio. Because I ain't no goddamn doorman. I ain't no goddamn doorman.
I'm fucking paying for $328 worth of dumb shit.
That's mighty white of you. Hey, were you raising a barn or you gonna close the door now? Yeah. Oh, now you're mad.
If you leave, there's no coming back, bro.
You're not leaving. Get your ass in
That's
here.
a one-way ticket, bro. This show will be...
All right. Well, that's nice of you to pay for some shit. You gonna go out there and roll some up?
All right.
Take a deep
we'll be
breath.
back after the first break.
Wiggity Wine and Jerome.
Hey,
Yeah, hey, check it out, man. That's what happens. Easy come, easy go up in this motherfucker. Oh, goodness gracious.
That Halloween's making people dirty and ugly for some reason.
I think that I think Mercury is in like Gatorade or some shit right now. Right? Anyways, this is the show that hooks you up for Talking Grow, and we're talking grow a lot tonight. We're actually talking grow with Jesse from Green Grow. Microbes up in your garden. You need them? You don't need them? Sterile, organic, whatever. We're going to find out. I know a lot of you guys out there like to add microbes, but why? How many people actually know why they're adding it?
Dude, isn't this from like the fairy dust?
Except for that the PFA fam told them to. Look, you see how butthurt Jerome is?
Well, we lost a good one. Tonight. Green Grow CDFA certified coming in, talking to grow.
What does CDFA certified mean?
What does magic fairy dust mean?
I don't know. What is it? We'll find out. Do you use it? Do you want to use it? Call in 562-653-0707. We also have a very special giveaway over $700 worth of a fan and a controller.
Yeah.
A Revolution fan, EC fan from Fantech. Ooh. We're talking about, it's going to be a week-long giveaway, okay? So you got to pay attention to what the rules are. We're going to be talking about it tonight. First off, you have to follow at Heavy T Grow Show, at YouKnowWazGood, at Hydroponic Chef, at DFZ Radio, at the Saint 562, at Marcos Pollos, at Fantech Shelby, at Miller Lite, at Ray-Bans, at Von Zippers. Double tap, No races.
www.yourmom.com.
Fantech US _.
And we have Chronic Elixir in the house. They stayed over.
Yeah.
I think they're looking to get payment for all the Chronic Elixir that they poured tonight.
Yeah,
They left the
Jerome
receipt.
came in, started drinking everything. It didn't get CBD'd enough. He thought it was THC. It was CBD. He was pissed.
He needed to get more CBD to chill out. He broke my door.
Yeah, you broke his heart.
You can't
broke his heart.
you can't fuck with Jerome. Jerome is a round mound of rebound. Okay? What he's rebounding from, I don't know.
He's in a glass cage of emotions, bro. We love that guy. And
Dr. Duff is showing up tonight. Let's give him a round of applause for Dr. Duff.
Someone's got to sit in that chair.
Potentially showing up. Did you see him pick up his bag? Jerome pick up his bag and stomp his little feet out of here.
I'm paying for my product and I'm using in someone else's garden.
Shh. Listen very carefully. It's Jerome stomping his little feet. That's fucked up. I can't believe you said that, Hans. Damn. On Taco Tuesday, too. Oh, I got you. It's Wednesday. One of you looked. I missed Taco Tuesday? Nope. That's when I'm at the pool in the summertime and I look at all these dudes that are all fit and all these hot chicks, and I just sit back and I feel horrible for how many Taco Tuesdays they must have missed.
Miss every Taco Tuesday. Meanwhile, I'm eating that spicy Jamaican chicken.
Sad.
Hey, where do French fries come from?
Mexico.
Come on, you're a chef. Where do French fries come from?
I don't, a back room of In-N-Out Burger where kids don't care about your food.
They come from Greece.
Oh, jeez.
All right, I got that off my chest. All right, Justin in the Long Beach. What's up with Long Beach? Is it really that long, Justin?
It's not that long.
It's not long. Can you walk the entire beach in one day?
Yeah, you can.
Then where did the name Long Beach come from? Are all the other beaches just small around here? Short?
I honestly don't know.
Maybe Dr. Duff's relatives named it. Because it's really not that long, but they thought it was long. Because they've been looking at short things. All right, Justin, what do you got to say about Jerome storming out of here? Do you feel bad for him?
Nah, I don't feel bad. Well, actually, Jerome's a cool guy. I think I should let him back in.
Hey, we did let him in.
He left.
He left. He wanted us to open up the other door, which is sealed off at production time. There's a little red light outside of it that says, fuck you, Jerome. Right on it.
It says, be on time, fuck you, Jerome. You don't want to know the worst of it? I had to sit here and conduct the whole Farm to Dale show without Jerome saying one dumb thing.
Where was he?
He was gone. He missed the entire thing.
I thought he was here.
My guests were expecting him, and shout out to Chronic Elixir for being so patient while with no Jerome.
Yeah. All right, Justin, what's your grow question tonight?
My question is, I'm having a little bit of trouble cutting clones.
All right, then.
Feeling like he called.
That's a
last week.
statement, not a question.
I need to cut better clones. How can I cut better clones?
He almost did it again.
No. First off, you start with healthy mothers, dog. If you got shitty mothers, you got shitty clones. You got to start with healthy plants, rule number 1, okay? Secondly, if you're new at it or you suck at it, take twice as many as you think you're going to need.
Yeah.
All right? Allow yourself to kill some off without having too much detriment to your garden.
Right.
Secondly, don't oversquirt them. The biggest mistake people make are oversquirting them, saturating them with water that leads to dampening off where they actually root, where the stalk goes into the grow medium. Or rot. Did I say root?
Rot.
Yeah,
Rot,
you know.
root.
English. It's my second language.
Potato.
It rots. It's where it just, because it's too wet. All you need is a little bit of moisture. If you're in a humididome, a little bit of humidity on top of the dome or within the dome will be enough. Don't go in and squirt them every single day, and definitely don't let them just sit in standing water. So you need to be on top of that. Use a good root stimulant. You can go to the Probiotic Farmers Alliance and use all the honey and aloe that you want, but it's still not going to work as good as an IBA cloning gel. Go get some Clonex. Go get some Rhizoblast. You know, go get some, what's the Technoflora one? You know what it is. Root-Tech.
Thank you.
Root-Tech. There you go. Use something that is designed to push out those roots. Now, those are hormones, so you don't want to get it on your hands or your skin. Wear gloves doing it properly. And then, last but not least, and no, actually not last, Put some CO2 in there. They will stay green and root faster. Use some green pad CO2 juniors or put a line of CO2 in there. And then lastly, don't give them too much light. They don't have roots. They're not trying to grow. You're just kind of try and keep them hydrated and healthy before they wilt away. If you put too much light, they're going to wilt away. If you're in Long Beach, Southern California, you don't need a heating mat. Even at the coldest times of the year, a single bulb T5 right on top of your clone domes will keep them warm enough. And from there, you're good. Talk about how to take the cut, though, Devin, the angles, and how to do it properly.
Some of the technique that goes into that too, because when T talks about all the fundamentals, that's only going to get you so far too.
Yeah, I just realized I didn't tell people how to even
There's a little bit of technique that goes into it. You shouldn't be making just straight cuts. You should be making diagonal cuts. That's going to help give you more surface area. It's going to also help with the rooting. And then you're also going to pay attention to your pH. pH is crucial when you're producing roots. Roots are produced at a lower pH, around 5.5. 6.0 max, really. So if you got too high a pH, that's going to affect your root production and how long it takes. And then another thing is temperature. If you've got and right now the temperatures are changing, you're going from a hot time to a cold time, you might not think you need a heating mat. Chances are you do need a heating mat. You're going to cut some cloning root days off of your cloning time if you throw a heat mat underneath there and keep your pH on point.
You're also going to dry them out faster, change the environment inside, so you'll have to be more observant. If you add heat or more light or anything, you have to be more observant. Okay? I like to basically cut them and forget them for a day or two. They're not going to dry out that quick if they're nice and hydrated, like some rapid rooters or some root rights. Where you take a cut, most people will take cuts. You could take a cut at any node, right? You could take the cut along each node can become a clone, right, where it's pushing out leaves. So if you have a stalk that has 4 nodes, a branch that has 4 nodes, you can make 4 clones out of that as long as there's leaf structure at each node, right? You don't go clone a water leaf or a fan leaf, right? You got to clone some vertical growth structure, so a branch. And there's several clones on each branch. The most successful cloning, though, you're not going to take little 1-inch clones off every node. I like to go every other node, so you have a good 3 to 4 inches and a nice stalk, something that's healthy.
It helps with regrowth for later, too.
Yeah, it's already started. One thing that I do like to do is sometimes if I go 2 or 3 down, to leave 2 nodes together that still have the leaves on them. So I already have 2 growths coming out once they root.
Just remember, anything more than 2 knuckles and it's kind of suspect.
I don't know about that. My wife could take a whole fist. Allegedly.
Hey, we got someone's trying to knock right here. We got an active shooter in this situation.
Is Jerome knocking again? Go check it out. See what's going on over there.
I think he is.
Let's see what's going on.
I think Chef's done.
Oh, he returned.
He's back.
The triumphant return of Jerome. Yeah, because
laughing because his feelings hurt so bad he didn't want to cry.
Yeah, you laughed so hard tears were flowing.
Jesus Christ, I thought he had a fucking flamethrower.
Justin actually on the line is asking about taking clones. You take them at a 90 degree. You take them, and you're at a 45-degree angle once you take. Yeah, 9 degree.
I crawled under the window. It's hard for a fat guy to crawl commando, dude.
Where did you crawl to commando from?
From the fucking green room. I've been out here the whole time just laughing and rolling the wood up.
Look, now Devin left. You're out of here too, Devin. Fuck your chef, chin beard motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Hey, where's your chef hat connected to that chin strap?
Oh, shit. I like the footsteps.
Stomping your little feet. All right, Justin. I hope that helped you, man. Just remember, take twice as many. Use quality products. Sterility is key as well. Cut it at the correct angle. I like a little thicker branch rather than just a little wispy branch. If you take scissors and go to take the cut, sometimes if it's too thin of a branch or a shoot, it will close it off. So I like to take a little bit thicker because I do use sharp shears instead of razor blades. And then I'll also abrase it just about a 1/4 inch from where I took the 45-degree cut. I'll skin it a little bit so more surface area for my Clone-X solution or my Clone-X gel to make contact so more roots get going. Okay, Justin?
All right.
All right, smoke weed every day. I'm sending you some Rapid Start along with some Green Pad Juniors. That's right, the Juniors get CO2 into your grow room, into your clone, wherever you got to go. GreenPadCO2.com. Go check them out. Go to YouTube and watch the video. They work. and the real deal Holyfields. You know what's good, Justin? Thanks for calling in.
No hassle.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, guys, a lot. Have a good one.
All right, thank you. 562-653-0707. We got Ruben. He's not a sandwich, but he's from Norwalk.
You know it.
What up, Ruben?
What up, what up?
You know, just
So my question is, how can the moonlight affect your outdoor garden?
Moonlight.
Yeah, well, absolutely. New moons, full moons can affect your outdoor garden. This time of year, not so much. We're now below 12 hours a day, so you're going to be good pushing all the way through. You're not going to pull tarps for light dep or anything. You're at the end. Don't worry about the moon. But in the middle of summer, as days start getting shorter and things start blooming, you get that full moon or that new moon. It can confuse the plants, and you'll notice if it's have this nice flower formation, nice nugs, really bulking up, you'll get a shoot.
Yeah.
And that's because the plant was like, what? This moon is bright. The moon is bright enough to fuck up a plant. I mean, I've had certain genetics that get fucked up from pinholes through the door or wherever. You know what I'm saying, Jerome? And moonlight can absolutely mess you up. But this time of year, no need to worry about it, and you should be done soon anyways. If you're trying to start to grow outside this time of year, well, good luck, and, come to my shop because you'll just be wasting your money. Just like Jerome did.
They can get a floodlight, put it on a timer, extend the veg time.
He's flowering, though. He's talking about a new moon or a full moon,
Damn.
potentially fucking up the flowering cycle.
Spotlight, moonlight.
This is where I would invest into a small greenhouse if I was an outdoor grower. So this way you can really manipulate things a little bit more.
This time of year, though, that little intersection, it's not going to cause adverse effects necessarily, right? You're not going to go hermaphrodite. We're in the middle of Croptober. You should be pulling down and getting ready to go. I mean, getting ready to harvest, getting ready to trim, Got to get that flow for Christmas, dog.
Hell yeah.
Shit, kids ain't cheap. How many kids you got, Ruben? Good talking to you. 562-653-0707.
He had a count real quick.
If you call, you pay attention, please. Let's go to Florida. Sal in Florida, Florida.
What's going on, fellas?
What up, Sal?
So, devastation, bro.
All right, tell
My
us
girl
about it.
got devastated, bro, from this fucking storm, G. Like,
Hurricane?
because I was on the side. Like, I'm not up there in the panhandle that got, like, fucking straight up. Not every building is, like, knocked down up there. They're not going to get power out there for, like, 6 months. It's going to be, it's bad out there.
Damn.
But where I was,
ain't Puerto Rico, though. They're going to have it in
typical,
6 days.
Roof damage and shit like that.
That's
Where my grow's set up, it's just a little shed-type building, and the fucking corner of the building the corner of the roof come up, and fucking rain came in, dude, and got everything wet, dude, soaking wet. So I had 3 lights, my 4 hundos blown out, my fucking little OG Nano Lux got soaked, my fucking, and I got 2 LEDs hand-built. My homeboy built them up. And one of them shot. The other one somehow made it through, bro. It's got six cob lights on that bitch.
Oh, damn.
And yeah, it's nice, man. It's a nice light. Pulls like three hundo from the wall.
There's still hope for the stuff that's not working. Did you try to put it in rice?
Yeah, big bag of rice.
Do you know what happens if you go put it in rice, right?
I mean,
no, you leave it in rice overnight, and you leave it in rice over.
I'm talking about.
Listen, Sal, listen.
Dude,
I'm helping you out.
Like 2 inches of water.
Sal.
There's no pause button on
Sal. You put it in rice, leave it there overnight, and a bunch of agents come fix your shit.
Well, we could try that, but I think this shit's shot. So I'm working with 1 light, and I got PM out the wazoo, dude. I've been fighting all week long. It's been getting worse. We've been using like citric acid basically to just drop the pH level of the leaves to the point where the PM it gets knocked off. You can see it's gone. But like by the next day, because my fans and shit are all blown out, I gotta get new fucking fans. Right. You know,
we're doing that fan
90
giveaway.
90 fucking degrees outside, 1 light on. It's like a hundo in the fucking You know,
That's
in
all
real life,
bad.
It's just tough times, bro. I got my AC running back up.
Okay,
So,
I'm gonna let Jerome start off because he is never at a loss for words, and he's gonna give it to you straight. He's gonna tell you what's up.
please.
Don't beat around the bush, Jerome. Come on. I would what?
Perfect,
Jerome.
Great advice.
I know. Where would we be without?
I got ADD. I forgot the question.
Yeah,
The hurricane basically
the big bag of rice
flooded
I
his
left.
room. His room. Everything's broke. He's got PM. He has one light
Procure.
left. It's 500 degrees in his grow room. He's trying to get to the end.
I would try the Procure, the fast gas, the green gas one. It works well. I've seen a lot of people use it in conjunction with testing, and it doesn't come out with any type of.
He's in Florida. There ain't no testing.
Well, I mean, it's a chlorine
Yeah, I got
dioxide.
no
It's basically
testing
like
for
a table salt, but it gets within all cracks. Originally, this stuff was used for like disaster relief, restoration from homes that were flooded, and it was designed to eliminate molds and mildews. So.
All right. And what's it called again?
Procure.
Procure. Procure.
To be honest with you, Sal, I would make it a wrap and just rebuild.
Yeah, I mean,
I would include some extra price in buying grow equipment and say I lost some shit in the flood, like that may be insured. Like, yeah, man, there used to be like a 50-inch TV up there. There was actually 4 of them. I was starting a sports bar. It was gonna be sick.
Dude, is there medicine insurance yet? I mean, weed insurance?
Not in Florida.
Not in Florida, man. Florida's. I'm a patient here, man. And I'll tell you, this fucking medical system we got down here is some bullshit, bro.
Our recreational system bullshit.
Everything you got to make into an oil. That's all you can buy is oil, basically. A couple places get away with selling bud, but they put it in these little K cups and sell you a fucking $50 vaporizer, and you're supposed to vaporize that shit, but everybody just pops them open and rolls them up anyway.
Right.
But the bud sucks. The oils are garbage. Like. Even the concentrates, like the concentrate oils that you buy, they're like fucking $75 for a fucking 650 milligrams. Isn't even a full fucking gram.
Yeah.
Right?
Listen,
and it has no flavor, no terps, dude. Like, you know, I get terps online and shit.
You
dude,
got mildew
my
terps,
shit
dog.
up, dude. Make it. You know, I get cannabis derived terps. I don't buy them bullshit like
For
fruit
sure.
terps. You know.
Off Alibaba, for sure.
Got that merch.
Yeah.
Listen, Sal.
medical-
Sal, listen.
What's that?
5 seconds, please. All right, it's like Horty's back.
Listen up.
Hey, Horty. Shout out to Horty, Cocaine's Anonymous. Listen, Sal.
Get well.
You're going to have to start over, man. I wouldn't even try to fuck around if I got mildew. If you're so close to the end, pull those down. You could do a dip or a rinse. How you do it is basically like a 10% hydrogen peroxide to water mix, and you're going to fuck up your terps, your trichomes, all of that stuff anyways. But if you want to have something that's viable off this horrible situation, that's probably what you're going to have to do. If you're further out, where you're looking and saying, I got this mildew, I got one light, I got mold growing in the walls, and I'm going to try and limp this garden to the end for the next 6 weeks, screw that, dude.
Yeah, no, man.
Take everything down. Take everything down.
Gorilla cookies that are like 2 weeks out, bro. You know what I mean?
Okay, well, if you want to limp to the end, there's 2 products that you can use or 3 products that I would recommend till the end of your entire cycle that will stop the progression of the mildew and even fight it back a little bit. But at this point, it's like putting a Band-Aid on a broken leg, okay? What you want to look at is plant therapy. And what is that? Lost Coast? Is it Lost Coast?
Lost Coast.
Lost Coast Plant Therapy. You want to look at Green Cleaner. You want to look at Trifecta. There's a 4th one that works great that would help prevent it and take care of it, but you don't want to use it up until the day of harvest. And that's Guard, the letter N, and then Spray. That's made by the same people that make Terpinator. And, you know, they got a reputation for doing it right and doing it
Hell yeah.
excellent every time. They strive for excellence in every product they make, which are the type of companies I like to fuck with.
I've been using that shit for a long time now, man. That's just fabulous.
Their garden spray is the new 2.0 version, and it kicks ass. But it might not be out in Florida yet. You might be able to get it online. I know you can get Green Cleaner Plant Therapy and Trifecta to you almost immediately. Mix it with some Transport by Optic Foliar so you can spray with the lights on so you can see everything. But, I mean, you're going to have to re-up your light situation. You're going to have to get your new fans and everything in order. And then if it flooded that bad, dude, you're probably going to have to tear out the drywall to make sure you don't get any black mold or anything popping off.
Yeah, we actually already pulled all the walling off of the place.
So now you have asbestos with powdery mildew on your cookies.
Yes.
What's that?
You have asbestos with powdery mildew on your cookies.
I hope there's no asbestos in there, man. It's not an old building. It's just
You're in
we
Florida.
kind of built it specifically for this purpose.
You're in Florida. Just tell the Cubans that's frost, dog.
Pardon?
Tell the Cubans that's frosty. That asbestos on there. The cookies, man.
Yeah. Maybe that Chinese shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick though, in week 6, 7, it sounds like you're in. If you're going to use the green cleaner Lost Coast, use them at 15 mils a gallon. But I know you could use the transport, but I know particularly with both of those, if you don't let them dry for a long period of time, I've experienced a lot of orange hairs or burning of the hairs.
Really?
So definitely be careful with those. And if you're going to use the Procure, you want to use that before you apply any of those because you will cause leaf toxicity.
Good point. So limp to the end, but reset everything
And
afterwards.
another thing, the trifecta, from my experience, is more of an oil-based product.
It is.
I would be careful spraying it heavily on the hairs as well.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Will do, fellas. Thank you very much for the advice. I appreciate it.
You're 2 weeks out with powdery mildew. Orange hairs is better than powdery mildew all over your shit.
Yeah, don't smoke that shit.
And
I'll definitely take orange hairs over PM for sure.
Maybe just take a donation for it, and then you could get new lights. Allegedly.
Yeah, just hook a brother up with some donations. I'm going to GoFundMe page for my fucking garden.
Sal, I'm going to give you one of our grand prizes, and that's a double-ended 1,000-watt max power bulb that you can use in your new light setup. Go get one of those Nanolux 1,000-watt double-endeds. Throw that max power in there, and it's going to replace two 600 watts easily. They're fairly inexpensive, and they work fantastic. Go to nanolux.com to learn more. I'm also going to send you some Turpinator and some Smart Pots to get you back in working order, my man. All that stuff going out to you. Make sure you tell Marcos Pollo how to get a hold of you so when they ship, he can let you know.
And make sure you get a mattress bag.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it, fellas.
No doubt.
A mattress bag and a 50-pound bag of rice.
Yep.
You can throw all your shit in there with the rice.
We're giving away a fan too, Sal. Sal's already gone, but we are giving away a Fantech Revolution EC fan. Fantech was on last week. You can go to dfzradio.com to hear about that fan. But that and the Aeolus controller, we're giving out a combo of that. Now you got to follow at Heavy T Grow Show and at Fantech Shelby.
Fantech
and we're
US _ Shelby.
And we are going. Thank you very much. And we are going to be announcing how you're going to do it. It's simple. You repost, post, follow, send a DM to Jerome. You know, that type of stuff.
You know what's good.
Meet us at TGIF.
Karaoke
night. 562-653-0707. We're getting loaded. We're talking more with all of you growers.
Dude, Phil was the shit at karaoke.
Man, that guy was good.
Well, what is it? With eyes wide open. I kept saying, with arms wide open.
That's what I thought it was.
Yeah, me too. Let's pay some bills. Get back to talking grow. Heavy T, you dig?
Yeti.
DFZRadio.com.
The nigga that don't wanna, and nigga you thirsty. You be all up in the ear, telling her the same shit she heard. Oh yeah, you thirsty, in the worst way. You thirsty, in the worst way, nigga. You thirsty, in the worst way. You be telling her the same shit she heard. If you send your bitch my direction, I bet I won't give her no attention, no affection. Same old questions, nigga, you thirsty. Your mind on the pussy, in my mind where a purse be busy. Boy, I make the shit look easy. She know I don't want her for that very fact she need me. I'm easy, but I grew up on the west. They hear me loud and clear, that's why this ear up on my chest. Honey gang running things, know that. That's why the bitch catch me where the dough at. And you can say that pussy girl, you know that shit throwback. And if it ain't, I still don't give a fuck. You can hold that. Beezy, she said she don't want them if they own her. She only want the nigga that don't want her. And nigga, you thirsty. You be all up in the ear, telling her the same shit she heard. Oh yeah, you thirsty, in the worst way. You thirsty, in the worst way. Nigga, you thirsty, in the worst way. You be telling her the same shit she heard. Oh
She
yeah.
got no patience. I don't really like waiting. Nah, kinda wanna taste it. Oh girl, let me taste it. Oh, I don't like waiting. So girl, I ain't waiting at all. bitch, I'm with the business. Every time I fuck, make sure you put that ass in it.
She said she don't want them if they on her. She only want the nigga that don't want her. And nigga, you thirsty. You be all up in the ear, telling her the same shit she heard. Oh yeah, you thirsty. In the worst way, you thirsty. In the worst way, nigga, you thirsty. In the worst way, you be telling her the same shit she heard. Oh yeah, what she wants don't require a question. What she needs is some direction. So I told her to go ahead and take her clothes off. And with no question, she did it, cause I'm a real one. She said to me, she said she don't want them if they on her. She only want the nigga that don't want her. Nigga, you thirsty. You be all up in the ear. The same shit she heard. Oh yeah, you thirsty. In the worst way, you thirsty. In the worst way, nigga, you thirsty. In the worst way, you be telling her the same shit she heard. Oh yeah.
Yo, Kelly, pass me that blunt. You feel me? Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been interested in gardening with dry fertilizers? Well, you're not the only one, and let me tell you about Vermicrop Organics and their line of organic dry fertilizers. Healthy plants with a simple 4-step process. Step 1. Just measure out a half teaspoon per gallon of soil or 2 cups per 12 square feet of soil surface area. Step 2. Apply evenly to the soil surface. Step 3. Blend into the top layer of soil to avoid caking. Step 4. Water thoroughly. And that's it, simple as that. Great for vegetables, fruits, flowers, potted plants, trees, shrubs, annuals, and perennials. It's Vermicrop Organics VermiVeg 744. Along with the VermiBloom and PK Boost, you will have a complete line of organic nutrients and a garden that will thank you with a great harvest. Looking for an even simpler way? Then check out the Vermiall 666. This game-changing mix is formulated for all stages of growth in the fast-paced garden of champion vegetable and flower growers. And check out the VermiBat Guano Fertilizer and the VermiBlood Blood Meal Fertilizer for feeding oversized, nitrogen-hungry plants. Learn more at vermicrop.com. That's vermicrop.com.
You are listening to the Heavy Tea Grow Show. Call in right now, 562-653-0707 for your chance to talk to Heavy Tea, Horty Chris, or Dr. Duffman. Killing it.
Dr. Duffman here. Wanted to talk to you about what I wish I had in my garden. And that, my friends, is a Nanolux double-ended fixture, which is leading the industry as I speak in double-ended technology. I will no longer need 10 150-watt lights to cover my 5x5 area. With just one double-ended fixture from Nanolux, I can cover that area. Also, no more need for that pesky Richter timer of mine that goes off at all kinds of random hours. With Nanolux's fixture, it comes NCCS ready, meaning I can control it on my computer. So if you're like me and your lighting situation sucks, then upgrade to Nanolux's double-ended fixtures today, and don't be a duff man. For more information on Nanolux, check them out at nanoluxtech.com. That's NANOLUXTECH.com.
So you're big time, huh?
Yeah, kinda.
Hey guys, it's Heavy Tea. As a longtime cultivator in both small and large gardens, both indoor and in greenhouses, I know the number one factor for being successful is to maintain an ideal environment and optimize my airflow. That is why I use and recommend Fantech controllers and EC fans. As the original inventors of the inline fan way back in 1974, Fantech uses the highest quality German motors and has revolutionary impeller technology. The EC fan creates the most efficient and powerful airstream of any fan in its class. And with the new Aeolus controller, maintaining the ideal environment has never been more simple. The Aeolus, with a variety of modes, allows me to control my exhaust and intake fans along with my dampeners from one easy to set up and use interface. And with the 2 expandable channels, I can maintain temperature set points in 2 separate spaces. So whether you're a hobbyist in your garage or a commercial greenhouse grower, it's simple. Use what the pros use. Use the Fantech EC fan and Aeolus controller. And if you're a retailer, contact Rambridge, Savant Plant Tech, or Garden Rebels Distribution and order yours today. Fan and controller sold separately.
Dilly Heavy Tea Grow Show. But dilly.
Launch crew, ready to reservoir.
What's the load factor, sir?
Bring in the Riser Blast liquid at 2 mils per gallon.
Okay, sir. We are loaded and ready to launch.
Man,
9.
Okay, man. It's time to blast off into the plant's root zone and into another galaxy of root growth.
Rhizoblast is a proprietary blend of seaweed and the single-celled algae chlorella. Chlorella's abundance of amino acids and minerals contribute to its value in hydroponics. The benefits used in Rhizoblast are explosive root growth, the use with any growing medium or hydro system, its ideal use for transplanting, and the enhancement of your plant vigor in fast-flowering plants. Let your plants have a blast and see a world of a difference with Rhizoblast from Botanicare. Check it out at www.botanicare.com.
We so high, smoking all the time, rolling all the time, chopping all the time. Yeah, we so high, smoking all the time, rolling all the time, chopping all the time. Yeah, we so high. Split smoker, don't need no bowler, so roll my doja. I can first show ya, big stage holder, Christmas cola, sticky as the growers. We gon' see more up, we gon' see more bud, pockets on forest. Yeah, it's you for us, cause we got more of what they want is store plus. If I can't ride, I'ma puff till I soar up. Good day for 'em. The way I run these trees, you can say I run forest. Yeah, I run for it, run toward it. Haters can't ignore it, all the ladies love it. It's so euphoric, they so blatantly adore. Bumping all the contests, we're cruising to the night, like that cup from DJ Quick, cause it's going down tonight. Just riding at the split so I can hear it while I ride. And shorty looking swift, I'ma hear it while I drive. We so high, smoking all the time, rolling all the time, chopping all the time. Yeah, we so high, smoking all the time, rolling all the time, chopping all the time. Yeah, we so high. Fire up another split. Take a hit, show life I'm fucking with. And I'd be lying if I said my life is perfect. I'm hurting inside enough for me to catch a bird. Lungs turning black smoke till my chest is burning. Can't hold back, I'm high till the morning. We brew money, it's the only thing that levels me. You can call it remedy, but never gets the best of me. Twist to get it lifted while I'm shipping to the bitches. Got me feeling like the riches, I'm on it, so get with it. Flipping on that killer soul, smoking with a privilege. Take it high in the gifted, so don't mind if I'm tripping. Gotta keep my hustle up, so I smoke the top shelf. If your lungs ain't strong enough, smoke with somebody else. I need that good, burning like wood should. I good wood, burning like good wood should. So high, can't touch the ground. Look at me, I'm Superman.
Hey, big shout out to Dan Rivas out there firing up his 8-lighter. His son was on last week from Fantech. Big Phil, karaoke master.
His arms wide open.
With arms wide. Oh, his eyes wide open.
That shit was so fucking awesome.
He was, and then we went to TGIF and he killed it even more.
He sung again.
More than on chemo.
Did he get a better ovation than on chemo?
Yeah, there was girls that were dancing with, allegedly. They were dancing to him, not with him.
Yeah. On him.
Yes. His wife isn't listening. Welcome back to Heavy T's Grow Show, the only grow show that hooks you up for Talk and Grow with us. 562-653-0707. Tell a friend, a family member, someone that you love, no one you hate, because we're going to make them better growers than you are. We got some guests in the studio now. Up in the joint, we got Chronic Elixir. Is that what we call it?
Yes, sir.
Why don't you go ahead and take it? Devon.
At the Grow Show, we like to, bring you some of the top edible products in the industry. And, as the hydro chef, I had to introduce Tyler to some of this Chronic Elixir. We got Andrew and Jason in the studio from Chronic Elixir. These guys have been doing it for many moons now, medicating people responsibly and teaching people about, dosing with THC. But now they just came out with a CBD line.
Yes,
and
we did.
That's super legit right now because it's never been more popular and more of a cultural phenomenon than dosing dosing with CBD. It gets a lot of people introduced to the whole cannabis side of things, and shows people that there's more than just to the psychoactive effect, and the toxicity effect. There's also something to this medical effect. So, Tyler, I'm gonna make you have some of this CBD.
Let me try it. What flavor is this? Because I have pineapple in front of me, which is legit.
Look at the milligrams on that, my friend.
When my wife
Say it out
talks
loud.
into the mic later tonight, is she gonna thank me for drinking the pineapple version or not?
Yeah.
Oh, she will definitely thank you.
Now, that's 1,500 milligrams in that jar you're looking at right there, and that's THC. So what I want to get you on is some of this grape CBD, and this one right here, this is good
THC.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's THC.
You guys have both?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, so they just came out with a CBD product, and I can never get this one open because it's so childproof. It's childproof.
Well, let me ask you guys why
No
he's struggling.
seal, no deal.
While he struggles with the opening the bottle, the difference between making something with THC and CBD, in this room, we all know the difference. But for the layman out there, the buzzword CBD or the phrase CBD, they see it. There's soccer moms using it. Soccer moms selling it, I see. They're going around with stickers like it's Arbonne or Avon now, trying to slang some CBD. I was like, I came up with that business plan.
Yeah,
I need to be
Sitting on the toilet 3 years ago.
Oh, man. Best ideas ever come from sitting on the toilet. But for the layman out there, THC basically is going to have a psychoactive effect, right?
Correct.
And the CBD is what?
It's going to be more of a calming effect. It's going to be more just relaxing. I mean, a lot of people pour it into the caramel one into the coffees. They say it gives it almost like a negative effect
It's
with
the caffeine. It's the
offset.
focus of the caffeine without the buzz, without the jitters or any of the anxiety that some people associate with caffeine.
Right.
And the anti-inflammatory.
Yeah, I mean... So with that, I mean, it helps with sleep aid. It helps with anxiety. It helps with anti-inflammatory. Instead of having to pop a bunch of Tylenols or anything like that or ibuprofen, I mean, it's just literally, I mean, our bodies are water soluble. This being 100% water soluble and bioavailable, and fast absorption. So it just, comes in handy literally to where if you can't smoke, you can't vape, you can't do whatever. You're with children, whatever it may be, you don't drink at the bar. You're talking to a person, I can't do it because I have celiac and Crohn's. That's why we started this. And, everything in there is organic, and we put our pride into it every single time. And so every time you pour up in it, and you're literally getting just nothing but the best.
He said it, pour up.
Pour up. But different delivery systems. I've seen THC rubs, THC vapes, pills, oils. Here we have a concentrated liquid that's kind of syrupy.
It is your beverage application.
Okay.
So it's going to be into your iced tea, into your seltzer water, into your coffee.
Into your coffee, yeah.
And it can even be on your ice cream, obviously. There's pancakes, there's other applications, but it's water soluble, and the incredible application is beverages on the go.
It actually tastes great too.
Yeah.
Mix it in your cup, mix it in your water bottle.
My favorite thing is literally just on the go with some iced tea or whatever, and it just helps me throughout the day. Just kind of just do what I need to do, focus what I need to do, and also not having to worry about should I just roll up another joint, smoke, whatever, and even have that smell on you. It's just you can just roll through the day.
The banks frown when you're making those big cash deposits off your CBD business.
Right.
Now talk about sourcing your own ingredients, because everyone wants to make sure what they're putting in their body is clean and safe and everything.
That's another thing we strive on. Since with me having celiac, Crohn's, anything else, the last thing I want to do is put more chemicals into my body. I've been doing that since
all organic.
We not just get one test, two tests, but we triple test this with COAs. We have it tested through their laboratory. We test the product before it is made into a product. Then we test the whole product afterwards to see what the aftermath is. We want to know what everything is in there, and to make sure, hey, if I'm not giving it to mom, it's not going to you.
And there has to be a consistency and quality control. I see there's. Well, did my mic go out or my headset go out? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we cut
fuck
his
that headset
out.
down.
Yeah, fuck it, he don't need to hear shit.
There's different levels and different qualities of CBD. Are these, you said organic, but are these USA?
No, it all comes from
USA, Colorado hemp derived.
Right.
All Colorado hemp derived.
Because I've seen, and with all due respect,
no, you got the
some
Chinese.
trash coming out,
you do.
Some human newer grown straight
Well,
trash.
that's the crap thing right there is that you do got a lot of people that are just going to go ahead and just grab for a cheaper price and don't really give a shit where it comes from. Of course, just like a lot of things.
I think the greater concern about is, one, what is their farming practice where this is being grown internationally and being
Correct.
imported,
Yes.
and then second, what else is being processed in the laboratory where they're
Or the
extracting this
machines and
and making
everything.
the CBD isolate? Like, are they only making CBD isolate with this machinery?
What
or
are their
they,
fibers?
What
Yeah.
else are they making? You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
they could be contaminating the final product.
Cross-contamination. That's why you talked about the COA, and for the listeners out there, that's a certificate of analysis, right?
Yeah,
Where-
correct.
Where they break it down and what's in it. It has to actually go through the same hoops that you would for any type of medicine or any
Pretty much
type
all
of
the
weed
stringent
medicine.
testings and all the testing for molds, pesticides, testing for foreign materials being like hair,
Anything really.
Yeah, anything that's not.
We may not have the strict regulation in the hemp CBD industry right now that all other
cannabis
medical
has, yeah.
industries and all other food industries have.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's coming, but at the same time, we can create those regulations for ourselves, and we can do strict testing regimens, and we can provide a very clean product for the consumer.
Why wait?
Where are these products available at?
They're about to be available online through our site, shipping nationwide.
Drop it. Go
And
ahead.
currently-
Plug the shit out of yourself.
Currently,
player.
they're available locally through Southern California smoke shops and.
You can find us on www.chronicelixir.com. You can find us directly at Chronic Elixir on IG, on our Facebook at Chronic Elixir, Chronic Elixir Crew at IG.
Click on the link in the bio. Get
Yeah, you
directed
pretty
to
much
the store.
it takes right to the
Hashtag
store.
stay chronic.
Yeah,
Direct
it's-
message Devin. He's got the low on
Yeah, he's got that low. Hit his DM. Yeah, get at him.
Hey guys, thank you so much for
No,
coming
thank
in.
you
This
very much
tastes
for having us.
delicious, by the way.
fire.
And when I'm close to getting off the air, I'll hit up some of this THC stuff. If
Oh,
they're
that's
leaving
what's
it.
up.
Hey,
Yes.
look at it in
Tried
the
as well.
light too. The thing is, there's no chunks,
No, nothing.
floaty, no impurities. This shit is done
Awesome.
clean, like nanotechnology and shit. You guys are on another
Yeah.
level. Fools are gonna be catching up to you for years and years to come because you keep
Thank you.
elevating your product to the next level. So
That's what we think of
Appreciate
100% all the time.
Hydroponic chef
Appreciate that, really.
approved.
Thank you guys very much. It's
Yeah.
been a pleasure.
It means a lot to him to get the Hydro Chef stamp of approval too, Devin.
That means everything.
Oh, guys, why don't you stick around? Are you guys grow at all?
Oh, unfortunately
No,
not. But we
never.
We love it and respect it.
All
They
right.
did
Been around
bring
it,
in some
been around
dank
it for a long
nugs.
time. Never had project ourselves.
Well, we'll hang out, roll one up if you have to. We'll smoke one together, but let's talk some grow because it is Heavy T's Grow Show. We're going to Martin in the CPT.
Martin.
¿Qué onda?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, man, take us off speaker.
Yeah, speaker.
Take us off.
Yeah, off speaker player. The little button that says speaker, hit
He
that
said,
one.
oh.
Hello?
All right, what's good?
Hey, yeah, just I have a quick question of germination. It's my first time that I'm actually germinating a seed from autoflower. I usually grow from clones. And I want to know what's the best method because I don't want to mess it up because I've been pretty messing up a couple of seeds with the grow dome. They don't grow or they just grow the green mold on it.
Oh yeah, we got the germination. Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead, man. You got the germination fucking answer. I just threw you the ball. Did you see me pass it over?
Is that what I thought? This guy told me to shut up and don't take this call. But all right, you're gonna let me do the shameless self promotion. We got the Botanicare product, that Rizzo Blast. That's a great way you could soak. If you're gonna do the towel method, just do about half strength. Put it on the towel when you're gonna put the seeds between the towels, or you can even go pick up some of those cocoa grow plugs, which is a great way to start some of your seeds.
Yeah.
The thing is about the seeds, though, and I said this earlier too, people don't pay attention to their pH at all, and they wonder why their seeds haven't sprouted in 15 days. You know, that's a
So
big.
what's the best pH for the seed to be for germinate?
A good 5.7, 5.5 at the lowest. You know, you want to be in that Goldilocks range because really after that, seeds are a little bit more forgiving. They do have the aminos and the enzymes in there to help them, you know, sustain right when they pop. But if you really want that initial taproot to take off, pH that, you're going to be in a way better position. Hit it with some of that Rizzo Blast from Botanicare, and you're going to have some A1 white roots.
Chlorella.
And listen, if you said you're using a paper towel or a napkin method.
I was just using, actually, I was putting in distilled water. I was dropping in distilled water.
Okay, and they mold or they mildew over, algae over. Either those seeds are whack or your method is whack. So listen, you're not gonna just let it float in water. If you want to float it for 24 to 48 hours, and then plant it. Plant it in dark. A lot of guys will use the paper towel method to keep them hydrated, but they take a clean paper towel. They'll wet it down with clean water at a correct pH. 6.0 is fine. You put your seeds in there, fold them over, put them into a plastic baggie so it stays wet, and stick them in a drawer where it's 75, 70 degrees and dark. Right? The seeds, the taproots don't like light. If you're just floating it in a cup in your windowsill, any root that comes out is going to die off almost immediately from the light. It has to be dark. And you go check it every 2 to 3 days, opening it up, seeing if your taproots sprouted out. If it does sprout out, you need to plant it. You plant it and you put a light over it right away. As that root grows, the above soil line growth will start pushing out, and it needs light to grow to. You understand what I'm saying?
I've been doing a shitty job.
Also, if you have older seeds or seeds that seem like the vigor is gone, they're just dead, you could soak them for 24 to 48 hours into seaweed extract, and the auxins, the cytokinins in the seaweed extract can spring out some extra life that may be still buried deep inside that dead seed.
Yeah.
Boom.
Perfect.
All right. Hey, we got Jesse here from Green Grow, too. Jesse, you know a lot about growing, man. How about some germination style?
Well, hello, everyone. Thanks for having me on.
I'll introduce you properly in a second, but help Martin out a little bit.
Jump in.
Yeah, so, your methodology is a little bit flawed there, but there is hope. And one of our products that we make at Green Grow that would greatly increase your germination rates and your success rate after germination would be our ultra-fine King of Mycorrhizae blend. So we have a blend of 4 different strains of Endomycorrhizae and 5 different strains or species, rather, of Bacillus bacteria. And getting that biology on that seed right away, you could either dust your seeds with it when you put them on that wet paper towel if you're going to continue with that method, or if you're going to go with some sort of germination mix where you actually sow the seeds in a light, airy mix, just sprinkle some of that mycorrhiza blend on there.
Do you guys mix that with a humic or seaweed extract?
We do. There's humic and seaweed in there.
So that will help vitalize the seed.
This science guy.
And then when we have the endomyco over here, Jesse, as soon as that taproot pops out, it becomes strong. It creates a symbiotic relationship with those microorganisms as soon as it pops out, right? So it's like getting the mama's titty in the mouth right as it comes out and getting fed right away.
That is a perfect analogy.
Thank you so much.
Mother's milk, germination, just how Arnold had it.
Us follically challenged individuals have to stick together, my man. Now I'm vaping too. What's this? Is this CBD or THC?
He's gonna get crossfaded.
Little THC.
All right, you got. Hey, you got some of that mycorrhizae? Did you bring some that we can send to homie?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we're gonna send you some of the ultra-fine mycorrhizae from Green Grow, King of Mycorrhizae. He's a king.
Thank you.
You like that?
Yeah,
king of the fucking gardening jungle.
And then once you've germinated that seed and it starts to grow and you're getting ready to transplant it into its next home, dust the roots with that ultrafine. Take a little brush or even just sprinkle it on with your fingers, but make sure you get that contact, that root contact. So once you plant it, water it in, it immediately starts going, and you will see a huge difference. I guarantee it.
Yep, go to...
I will try. You guys are the gods of this, man. I will try everything you say.
Martin, go to thegreengrow.com, and grow is spelled without a W, so it's thegreengrow.com. Learn more about Green Grow products. Once you get those roots going and the plant going, I'm going to send you some Mission fertilizer, the entire line as well.
Thank you.
Along with some Smart Pots. Go to missionfertilizer.com and smartpots.com. Keep growing, smoking fat, buy some CBD and some THC from Chronic Elixir. Get more Green Grow. Go Dyers.
Don't be a dummy.
Thanks, Martin.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Overgrow your grow. That's what I talk about.
Yeah.
Make so much money that you outpaced her. Is that wrong to say? No.
What?
I don't know anymore. So we're here with our main man, Martin. Well, not Martin, who's the caller, but Jesse. Jesse from Green Grow dropped some knowledge, hooked a customer up or a listener up already.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about the company Green Grow. We are a California company.
We are, yeah. We're based in Sonoma County, Windsor, just north of Santa Rosa, 707 And so the owner, how much time we got here?
4 hours.
4
Let's start from the
hours.
beginning.
All right. So in 1978,
beginning.
a man was born. Now,
was his name Mark?
His name is Mark. Yes.
Does he love a fat dip?
A fat dip?
In his
Is
lip?
that with a P?
I reckon.
He does not chew tobacco.
Oh, good.
He's a
I was
clean
just
living
checking.
man. But
Me too.
so he went to UC Santa Barbara, right up the road here, and he studied agricultural anthropology and various other things. And he took an interest in early agrarian cultures and the way they grew their food. And what he found was that primarily in the Amazonian basin, if you've ever heard the term terra preta soil thrown around.
I have not.
You have not. Okay, so
I never even heard of the Amazonian basin.
All the time.
That's just regular shop talk. So they know those early agricultural people, they realized or they noticed that after a major like wildfire or something, that after everything burned the next year, everything really came back vigorously and was just growing like crazy. So they made the connection that burning these crops after they were harvested and getting
Is that like
ash
a
in
remedial
there.
form of biochar?
Bam! God, this guy's good.
Woo! Heavy titties in the house.
Damn. So, yes. And so he got into the whole biochar thing.
This is a microphone.
and-
You have to talk into it.
Okay. Hey, it looks
There
like...
we go. That sounds great.
You're a very
Ominous.
animated dude. You got to see him if you're not watching. Jesse talks with his hands. So
I do.
make some room for his
I do.
hands.
Is there no camera on in here?
There are cameras right on you right
Better.
there.
Right there. There you go. There you go.
So
That's the one.
Here we go. So yeah, we do a fermented biochar product. Jesus, it's called Earthshine, and
I know it. Yeah.
There's a lot of biochar out there on the market these days, but there's a few things you should know about biochar. First of all, thank you. It is best to use biochar that's derived from hardwoods. There's a lot of cheap like tree nut ash, things like that used that are not as good. They don't have as high a carbon content. And so we use hardwood-derived biochar, and then we mix it with soybean meal and worm castings, and we let it ferment for a while with saprocytic bacteria in there that help. The saprocytic bacteria are the ones that digest old root matter, decaying organic matter. So after you harvest, if you yank your stalks and you want to reuse that soil next year, you do a thick top dress of our biochar blend, our Earthshine. And that will put carbon back into the soil. It'll help break down all that old root matter and get everything going and ready for the next
I've
season.
restructured pots out in greenhouses and deserts where it's hard to get shipments of soil and repot, and people are trying to ball on a budget.
Yeah.
And honestly, you can restructure the soil that you have, revitalize the structure, and how many times can you use soil? Is it indefinitely?
Indefinitely. In fact,
If you're doing it correctly.
If you're putting back in what is being taken out.
Right.
Yeah, as long as you're putting back in what's being taken out, you're good. I mean, I've got friends of mine that are using the same soil year after year, and it just keeps getting better and better. And they are using our line and nothing else.
Do they also use patchouli oil?
No, as a matter of fact, a lot of our Sonoma County contingent is some good old boys. You head out to Cazadero and you'll see some hard-working men growing some cannabis out there in the Mineral Hills.
Dude, Sonoma County, Northern California has had a tough 3 or 4 years, not just with all the regulations and stuff, but with wildfires and other problems.
Yeah.
And I'm glad to see and know that there are people out there still pushing forward and doing their thing. It's not as simple as some people think, and you mentioned it, but you don't go down to the beach fire pit and start shoveling out ashes. You don't burn a pallet.
I save so much money that way.
And think that you're going to get the same thing out of it.
Now, you can use a little bit of ash as a potassium source. It's alkaline. If you want to raise the pH of your soil, you can do that.
Explain the difference between char and ash, though.
Right.
So ash comes when wood is burned at a much higher temperature, and it turns to ash.
Mm-hmm.
Biochar is pretty much coal-like in the way that it's burned at a lower temperature for a longer time, it never turns to ash. It just is high. It retains its carbon content. Once it's ash, the carbon's gone.
Then is it usually living plants or still hydrated plants that produce that? Because super dry wood seems that it's going to ash pretty much no matter what.
Right. Yeah. That's why hardwood is better.
Okay, I got it.
And
it's denser.
It's denser, and so it's gonna stick around in the soil longer, and it hosts biology. It's a place where bacteria congregate, and they feed on that carbon and break it down into all sorts of other goodies, enzymes, and antiseptic compounds, all the things that keep your root system clean and healthy.
And when I'm restructuring my soil, I throw some earthshine in there. Would I just water through it with some dechlorinated or some well water? Do I want to add any biology at that point? Or not wait till I plant again? What is the process? What is the time frame of revitalizing my soil?
Well, with earth, if you've just harvested and everything's been sucked out of there, it's time to do the full regiment, right before you plant. It's pretty fast because we do that digestion process. Regular raw biochar is going to take 3-4 months to really break down and become biologically active, but because we ferment ours first, it's already that first step is done.
When I would go revitalize my soil, and because I use smart pots, I use a lot of biology, especially in my outdoor grows. My indoor grows I keep a little more sterile, and I'll go into that as we go through the show.
Sure.
But my outdoor full soil, super soil gardens, where I may use some organic additives like top dress, like you guys have the Nature's Pride and stuff.
Yeah.
Those type of top dressed items, high quality, I will use, especially during veg. If I see them being exhausted during bloom, I may go to some liquids like a Crazy Swell or something, organic liquids.
Right.
But before I recharge and put my earthshine in there, I come through with a pretty healthy enzyme drench to try and break down any root mass into cellulose and to sugar, or the cellulose into sugars to get rid of that. Because if that's still structured in there and it dries out, becomes harder wood, I see that as a potential catalyst for pathogen and whatnot.
Yeah.
So would you recommend adding the enzymes, or because certain biology does create enzymes?
It does, yeah. A lot of different bacteria create enzymes, but it's you're certainly not going to hurt anything using an enzyme drench. Is it necessary? I don't think so, really, because that biochar product has saprocytic bacteria in it.
It's already doing what the enzyme would do.
Okay, well, school me on the saprocytic bacteria. I know the layman bacteria is on the back of the bottles that we all know in our hydro stores. All right, this got some trichoderma, Bacillus subtilis, Bacillus mydilis, whatever it is. Oh no, that's what Dr. Duff's wife gets, mydilis.
She's a lucky gal.
I can. Okay, whatever, bro.
So.
Good comeback.
I just got here.
Great comeback. Yeah. Glad you turned your mic on.
Shout out to Duff. So
don't even know what was
looking
that.
at the different bacteria, though, saprocytic bacteria.
That is one that is a digester. So some of them are going to be nitrogen fixers. Some of them are going to be digesters. Some of them are going to be cleansers that give off those antiseptic compounds. In natural healthy soil, you're talking thousands of different species. We've selected 5 that we feel are beneficial to the soil ecology and the plant and are synergistic. There's also, there's bad bacteria for sure, tons of them. There's also strains of mycorrhizae that aren't necessarily beneficial. The whole ecto spectrum is funguses that you'll find in higher climates that only interact with conifers or hardwood trees.
Right.
And if you see those in any mix that you're being sold, you got to.
What do you think other companies decide to put that on there because the big words look special on the package, or they can't separate it out? They might be buying a generic form of a mycorrhizae mix and they're just saying, hey, good stuff's in there as well as stuff they don't need.
Right. I mean, some companies think that if a customer sees this long list of big, hard to pronounce words, they're like, wow, this. It's so diverse. It's got to be.
It's got to be good.
Yeah, right. And then
Dr. Duff will buy it.
And then other companies.
I can't even pronounce it.
The less he can pronounce, the more he buys it.
Yeah. The more expensive it is.
Yeah.
Turn off a fucking banana booth over there.
What is he doing?
Turn him off. All right.
The weed's too sticky, dude.
I just got shut off.
So I add some of my beneficials back in. Would the ultrafine King of Mycorrhizae work well, or
I would probably go. We have a granular version, same biology package, same species and strains in granular form, so it's going to be a slower release. It's more of like a pre-plant to amend your soil with right before you're getting ready to plant. The ultrafine is one that you want to either dust your roots with, get the immediate contact, or it's pretty much soluble, so you can put it in a resi and flow it out so you don't have to top dress.
Different utilities. What, like a tablespoon per gallon or a package per gallon? How many grams per gallon do you recommend of soil? Per gallon of soil.
Per gallon of media?
So if I'm in a 10-gallon pot, how much do I add to re-amend it?
I would say with the granular, if you're going to be mixing that in, you'd want to do about a half a teaspoon to 1 teaspoon per cubic foot of media.
All right. Dang, that's a lot. Or that's a lot of media to treat with a small portion of your product.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit goes a long way, and it's a living thing. So once it's established, it's going to start proliferating.
Nice.
Sending out new propagules.
And then on top of that, the earth shine to reinvigorate, restructure the soil. But what also people don't realize is biochar also helps feed the microorganisms.
It does. It does.
It's a food source for them.
It is. And in our Nature's Pride Veg and Bloom, our base sort of, main flagship product, it has the same biology package in it, so all the same mycorrhiza and beneficial bacteria, and some of the biochar, and 14 different amendments and inputs from crab meal, feather meal, fossilized seabird guano, all those goodies, 14 different ingredients on top of the biology package and the biochar. So if someone's really like new to growing, or they want to get back to the basics and get away from these 12, 14 different product lines.
Talking about advanced?
Hey, I'm not naming names, buddy.
Sounds like it.
What did he say about child tears?
Oh,
Child
my
tears.
God.
There's a lot in those bottles.
What about the fossilized seabird guano? How old is that to get fossilized?
At least 1,000 years.
Really? That's some hard shit.
We recently had to knock over a museum just to get some.
I know a really good rock over there in San Diego. It's got all kinds of bird shit on it.
Yeah,
it's called bird shit rock.
Yeah, it's called bird shit rock.
Bird shit rock.
Right there at Sunset Cliffs.
Yep.
So if I did all of that today, Jesse, I pulled everything out, went to re-amend, and I got to get it planted again. Mm-hmm. These things flipped again. What is the downtime?
I mean, honestly, there could be
could go tomorrow?
No downtime unless it's. You'd have to be diligent about getting as much of that root matter out of there immediately as possible. But if you've been top dressing this whole time, that soil is rich and alive and active. Really, you're just talking about, at that point, going heavy with your Nature's Pride veg to counteract the fact that you've been top dressing for the last several months with the bloom. So, the great thing about soil growing and being a soil building sort of biological focus is that it's the plant's going to take what it wants when it wants it.
Right.
So it's not like you're force feeding it these certain elements at certain times.
It's just going to pass by. That's what I try to explain to people too when they talk about toxicities. There can be a salt toxicity to your grow medium. Mm-hmm. It could build up and create a pH toxicity.
Yeah, it's almost unavoidable, really, if you're feeding salts all the time. You're gonna
salts.
But if you have too much of something in a clean, like even with a salt, if you're flushing through enough water and leaching out what you're putting into it, or if the organics are being broken down and then leached out, the plant can't take what it doesn't want out of it. So they're just going to go by. So if the plant is looking for a bunch of nitrogen because through the photo period and the grower's tenacity of where they want that plant to be at a certain stage, if you have enough nitrogen, it's fine. The plant's going to be okay, even if you have equal amounts of phosphorus and potassium, right?
For the most part, yeah. I mean, there can be imbalances in the soil for sure, but you'd have to really screw up and put way too much of something or way.
Are we getting close to the Lucas formula?
No, we are talking about organics over here.
Even amounts.
Well, the funny thing about Lucas Formula.
Well, listen to this, guys. We need to pay some bills here, Jesse. We win an extra 20 minutes. But we're coming back with Jesse. He's going to be here talking organic growing, talking mycorrhizae, talking microbes.
Yep, we haven't even gotten into the carbohydrates.
Are we talking no-till?
Maybe.
Yeah, I'd love to talk some
We're also
no-till.
coming back.
Are we talking K&F? I was going to just shit in the bucket.
All right, Horty, we're talking some more
dry farming.
Grow. Give me my mic, please, and shut off all these other turkeys.
Damn, already.
Man, how close to Thanksgiving are we? Because these turkeys are rabid tonight. Tissue culture questions coming up. Organic newts questions coming up. Heavy tea coming up. We got Dr. Duff with his world according to Duff. Jerome is still here rolling them up. He might say a couple things. And Hydroponic Chef and Jesse from Green Grow. It's Heavy Tea's Grow Show on the one and only DFZRadio.yourmom. You dig?
Test the team, homie. Watch you fall flat. Don't want the fame, but the change. I need all that. Hustlers get your guap up. Rappers get your props up. Cause sky is the limit and we got heaven on lock up. Back down to earth, street swerving down Atlantic. Long Beach riding to death, we straight smashing. This is for my family. This is for the masses. This ADX anthem in case anyone asks me. Oh, taking this shit head on. In the streets till 6 in the morning. Niggas don't want no rockets. Tell me who won it with these shots up, boys. We say hustling. Catch me in the booth till the night. Streets holding tight. Grind for my life on a license. Niggas don't want no rockets. Bring the bullshit and we'll be dumping. Boy, we say hustling. Hey, I rep my team, rep my city, and rep my scene. I'm down for mine, on the grind all the time, like overtime. I ride to the death, can't do it like this, so don't try to step. Can't move it like this, so don't try to test. Got shotters on the side of me, right and my left, cause we do it so swift, we do it so sick, and we ain't gonna stop. We got money to get, we got honeys to flip, got the streets on lockdown, so why would we stop now? We holding the spot down. Sour diesel Hennessy, a bad bitch next to me, ADX teaming, going down up in history. Do it to the death of me, so ain't nothing left of me. Dumping off the weaponry, hold it down for centuries. Oh, taking this shit head on. In the streets till 6 in the morning. Niggas don't want no rockets. Tell me who won it with these shots up, boys. We stay hustling. Catch me in the booth till the night. Streets holding tight. Grind for my life on a license. Niggas don't want no rockets. Bring the bullshit and we'll be dumping. Boy, we stay hustling. Bonafide hustler, stay up in the street. Grinding all day and all night so we can eat. Roll up on your homies like niggas, stick 'em up. Now bags in the stash in the back of the truck. Pounds of the diesel, throw it in the air. Tipping Hennessy for my niggas who ain't here. Back on my feet after shedding a few tears. Give me 2 years stacked up with a few mil. Niggas locked up, but the homies still here. Rapping ADX fresh in the full gear. Killing the recession, puffing on the top. Teddy Brock shot, killing blue clocks. Haters got no idea you ain't ready. It'll be SS on if you niggas test me. Them niggas trying to send 100 cops to come get me. Gibbo sprayed a couple shots and told them bitches come catch me. Oh, taking this shit head on. In the streets till 6 in the morning. Niggas don't want no rockets. Tell me who won it with these shots up, boys. We stay hustling. Catch me in the booth till the night. Streets holding tight. Grind for my life on a license. Niggas don't want no rockets. Bring the bullshit and we'll be dumping. Boy, we stay hustling.
DFCRadio.com.
I tell you, this is the life.
Ever since we started working here at Sanctuary Soil, I couldn't be happier. It's nice to work at a place where they treat you like the artist that you are.
Tell me about it. So many places just throw you in the dirt, feed you junk, and drip water on your head.
Yeah, sounds more like torture than a job.
And how do they expect you to do great things when they don't give you the right tools? I can't do it if you treat me like garbage.
I hear ya. You give me the highest quality organic materials like woody biomass and grasses, put me in a healthy, clean environment, and I can practically poop gold.
Not to mention alfalfa meal, arborist material. They even bathe us in a healthy biological tea full of enzymes and other good stuff. You know, I get a little choked up just thinking about how all those customers are gonna benefit from the hard work we put into providing them with the best products available.
I just wish more companies were like Sanctuary Soil. It's nice to work with people who care about their customers and care about the environment.
Yeah, this is the life. Hey, I'm pretty full. Think it's about time to go make some magic, if you know what I mean.
Well, a worm's work is never done.
See you in a few.
You got anything to read? This could take a while.
Sanctuary Soil's Buckaroo brand premium worm casting, the all-in-one soil amendment that's safe for the environment, children, and pets. For more information and to see a list of current retailers, visit our site at sanctuarysoil.com.
Sorry, Horty. Game over.
Hey, Dr. Duff, are you signing up for another one of those internet dating sites after your divorce?
Nah, I'm just ordering these freaking douchebags from China here. Just gonna be saving a lot of money on it. About $1 a bag.
Did you say douchebags?
Yeah, they're pots. They're fabric pots. They're, made in China. You know, they save $1 a bag from all the other...
Oh, it sounds like an imitation smart pot or something.
Yeah, save $1, but, I'm pretty sure these douchebags are gonna work.
Dude, I had a buddy of mine who used those same douchebags. He bought them direct from China. It killed his whole garden.
Bro, what? So, I'm better off spending that extra $1 on a smart pot?
I'd get a smart pot.
Don't be a Duff man. Make sure to buy the original patented Smart Pot. Check them out at smartpots.com.
The cannabis portion of this show is designed as entertainment only for legal medicinal cannabis patients over 21 years of age and is not meant to encourage any other activity or use. Yeah, Dick.
Hey, man, you started early, huh?
Hey, I'm in the
zone. You're listening to Heavy T's Grow Show. Call in right now, 562-653-0707 for your chance to talk to Heavy T, Horty Chris, and the Duff Man only on DFCRadio.com.
Coming to grips with measuring pH is a fundamental part of ensuring a successful crop. Of course, having the right nutrient mix is important, but without a slightly acidic pH level, plants won't receive optimal benefits from the nutrients supplied. Blue Lab has a range of pH measurement tools available to help both the commercial and small-scale growers. These include the Blue Lab Guardian Monitor, the Blue Lab Combo Meter, the Blue Lab pH Meter, the Blue Lab pH Pen, and the Blue Lab Soil pH Meter. For more information, visit us online at getbluelab.com.
So you're big time, huh?
Yeah, kinda.
The next level of growing is here. The growing revolution is here. DFCRadio.com. DFCRadio.com.
Side diesel in my blood, purple drink in my cup. Someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Side diesel in my blood, purple drink in my cup. Someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Yeah, crank it up, crank it on up, crank it up. Sour diesel up in my blood, purple drink up in my cup, crank it up, crank it on up. That's D, got me smoking the bass, no stress cheese. Now hold up, roll up. Check the situation, about to go nuts. With a little bit of perk.
What is? Headsets on, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. The boys part, directed toward Jerome. The ladies part directed towards Dr. Duff, and the gentleman part on this side of the table, me and Jesse from Green Grow. What's going on, playa? All the way up from San Diego.
Yeah.
Battled traffic, just come in here and look at me in my Dodgers uniform. Look all sexy.
That stretch of 405, man. I don't know. Next time I come down, I'm bringing a catheter and a jug or something.
They check you for Mexicans on the way?
No.
They should have.
I'm in a white RAV4 rental. They're not.
I would have pulled you over.
Yeah, you look suspicious, homie, especially all these green cards you got. Oh, that's Green Grow.
He's the plug.
Hey, let's do this. Let's talk some grow. Lake Hood has been hanging out. Wants to talk tissue culture. Maybe you can chime in, Jerome, instead of just looking all sexy all night.
Whoa.
Larry, what's going on?
What's going on, guys?
How's Lake Hood?
Lake Hood's doing good.
Is it right next to Rapewood?
Well, that's close.
Okay.
But I was kind of bummed, man. I was knocking on the door. I had a truckload of Miller Lite, and somebody refused to answer the door.
We thought that was
knows
Jerome.
all about that.
We thought that was Jerome.
No, I had
a
two
moment
quick
to smoke.
questions.
Go ahead.
One, I got a Fire OG clone and a Platinum OG.
Allegedly.
And they're saying that it's a heavy feeder. So on the heavy feeder, what does that mean as far as a higher ppm level or EC, whatever?
Let's just talk this out phonetically here.
Talking to the motherfucking microphone.
You know,
this ain't your first
Can't even
rodeo.
Hey, if somebody says it's a heavy feeder, if we're talking about a human being, what would you expect?
A fat dude like you.
No, bro. We're talking about people
whoa.
that
Did
order
you just make a weight
pizzas,
joke towards
and I
me
eat
now?
it. I'll kill at least 40% of the pizza. That's a heavy feeder, okay?
You kill all the pizza every time we order.
Yeah, every pizza disappears.
Our pizza budget's gone halfway through the month.
No, I don't like mushrooms unless they're the trippy ones. So last time I had to
now we know how to get
go down on the
mushrooms.
pepperoni.
Gotta go to
Pick
Bali
out the
for
mushrooms,
that.
but you ate
Nah,
4
only
pieces.
trippy mushrooms.
4
dog.
pizzas.
Hey, we were driving down Grow Avenue, and you guys took a left to Idiotville. So get back on track,
no.
and let's start talking Grow. All right.
What was the question again, Jay?
OGs. Hold on. Come on, Jerome.
I'm
This
kidding.
is something you can help us with specifically. I don't need your help, but Larry does. And he needs to know about feeding these OGs.
Larry!
Feeding OGs.
Larry!
If he was told these are heavy feeders, which I always tell people wherever you get your clones, or if you know people that are growing like strains, get a baseline and idea of what they're going to be, their needs are, when they're going to be done, susceptibilities, all those things. You know, try to gather as much information as you can. So if he's got information off these clones that they are heavy feeders, he's asking, what does that really mean?
Okay, let's break it down for him.
Break it down.
What kind of medium are you in?
MC Hammond.
Cocoa.
You're in cocoa. What size pot?
Right now they're little clones, so they're just in the 1 gallon trainers.
1 gallon trainer. So, what kind of nutrients are you using?
Snoop.
Snoop nutrients?
Sneep.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I would recommend doing is starting them at about 700 to 900 ppm or an EC level of 1 to about 1.1. Now,
Okay.
what I would recommend at that point is look at the leaves, look at the tissue. If you know that they could feed a little more, you want to push them. But in that recommendation, you're probably not going to get above probably 1.2 to like 1.4, 1.5 EC in veg, or about 1,000, I'd say 1,100 parts per million, but that's pushing it. Now, we're talking at that point, you're feeding every single day in veg, and depending on the pot size, I'd say at that point, you're probably at a 3 to 5 gallon pot. If you're in Hugo's, you're definitely feeding once a day. So when you go into bloom, what I would recommend with OGs especially is just back off on the PK. So in the first few weeks, especially the first 2 weeks.
When you're saying back off on what?
On the PKs.
Your bloom stimulant.
On your bloom stimulant.
Okay.
So what kind of bloom stimulant are you using?
It's the heavy yield in Snoop.
Is it heavy yield?
Well, if he's using the whole line.
Full shiggity. Okay, it's the full line. I mean, everybody uses different shit.
Good job, sound guy. Get the microphone right up in his face.
Put it down his throat.
All right. So when you're going into
That's
bloom,
later
what
on.
I would recommend doing is
Put that mic in your face.
cut it down to about 25% of what it recommends, the first
Okay.
feeding. And what I would do is put it into a sleep before you go into bloom for at least 24 to 36 hours and feed it about 25% of what it's recommended as far as the bloom stimulant. As far as going into bloom, with OGs, they don't like a lot of that bloom stimulant right away. So keep it low. The first 2-3 weeks especially, but as you get into that third week, you're gradually progressing it higher. And when you get to the end of a bloom week, let's say before you typically flush, what I like to recommend to do is to bump up your PK and spike it. At that point, you can go anywhere from 50% up to 100%, and this way you could see how the plants react. The next day, this is also something for a lot of people, is you need to be able to read your plants and see what happens in those 24 hours. So if you see a little bit of tip burn on the leaves, if you see a little bit of curling on the hairs or oranging or browning, redding, you want to be able to notice these things to back off. And I recommend bumping it the day before you would typically flush, because you can go ahead and restabilize not only the pH but the EC levels of the block and bring that back down if need be. So as you gradually progress it with an OG, if it's a heavy feeder, you're probably not going to bump up those PK stimulants and at least till full power, probably till about week 5, maybe 6. And at that point, just know that these love a lot of CalMag as well.
Yeah, they're going to need it because they're going to want that PK, but absolutely right. OGs tend to go longer than 8 weeks, 9, 10 weeks, some even 11, 12 weeks. But if you're looking at a 9 to 10 week, where the part that you extend is exactly what Jerome's talking about. You don't extend the amount of time you're giving it the phosphorus potassium stimulants in the middle of the grow. You extend the time before you give it. So you, rather than on an 8-week cycle where you may introduce a bloom stimulant at day 10 to day 15, you're going to introduce it at like day 21, day 24. Wow. Okay? And that's going to give enough ample time for those OGs to store up some nitrogen, because that is what's going to cause them to larf out at the end, is imbalance of all your macronutrients. And you do need plenty of CalMag to make sure the phosphorus and potassium will be taken up properly. If he's in cocoa, plenty of CalMag anyways. Hold on, Larry, let me finish.
I was doing 5 mils before.
Let me.
None of the
Larry.
I am the captain now.
Let him finish real quick.
Most deficiencies with quality hydroponic nutrients can be solved by your A and your B. Most of the additives are dialed in by the company already. It's up to the grower to adjust simply the A and the B, or the 3-part or the 1-part, the base nutrient. And most of your common deficiencies that you think that you need to go buy fucking some pure manganese to fix your problem, it can be solved just by your A and B. And when they say they're heavy feeders, Larry, they're talking about that you're going to probably be adding more A and B than you're used to. Let's say hypothetically you're at 10 milliliters per gallon, or at an EC of like 1.5 with a standard indica, 8-week indica indoors. You may be up at 15 to 20 milliliters and pushing 3.2 to 3.8 EC with an OG, and it's going to love it. Sometimes it looks like it even wants more, and when you give it more, it just continues to push. Martin, I call you Martin every time. That was our first caller.
Martin.
Jesse's shaking his head. You got something to add, Jesse?
Yeah, I mean, everything they've said so far is spot on. The only thing I would add would be that if next year you want to see if you can do it a simpler way, try some Nature's
Shameless
Pride.
plug.
He knew it was coming.
That was too easy. I slam dunked it.
I didn't drive up here from San Diego for not to plug my shit, T.
That's
For
right.
real, for real though.
Yeah, but I'm serious. I mean, if you want to not have to worry about imbalances, deficiencies, too much, too little, any of that, top dress, grow them in some high quality media, top dress them once a week, water them with clean water, and walk away and enjoy your life.
Well, are any of these, if he's in a hydroponic system, and I'm sorry, Larry, I didn't catch if you were not. Are any of these products relatable to a hydro system?
Well, yes, the ultrafine mycorrhiza can be applied in a flood and drain table. It can be
Works good on cubes.
Yeah, I mean, you will possibly battle a little bit of bacterial slime around, but that's easily managed.
And it will make, if you do add that, it will make all your nutrients where they can be absorbed more efficiently and better.
Yeah. I mean, it's a tough pill to swallow. I try and tell people this all the time, but there's this mentality that to really grow perfect cannabis, you have to buy all these products and give them each individual thing in these exact amounts. And so, I know people do that, but there's another way.
Growers want to feel like they have the secret recipe. True. I actually had a grower come in and be like, you know what, T? I listen to your show. I come into your shops, and you help me take some cuts. I mean, I wasn't as successful, but I'm teaming up with someone, and he has a secret recipe how to take clones. I'm like, all right, Mr. Secret Recipe, how to take clones. He's just killing the game over there. Oh, what's the secret recipe? Rockwell and Clonex? Ooh.
Yeah, I mean,
he got me.
You know,
does he pH adjust the water? Ooh.
Change the game, bro.
Now on that tissue culture deal, how hard can you make the stuff for the test tubes that you take your cuttings and put in, or is it something that
I have no ability or knowledge on to tell you what comes in or how to manufacture the kit. I do know Bill Graham is the master of doing it up. Old school Bill Graham. What is
Watch
his
his videos.
called?
If you can make it through an entire fucking video.
I've had to sit through 2 shows with him.
Oh my
It turned my hair gray and I went bald.
And if you get in touch with him, he will tell you everything you need to know.
It's a hell of a drug.
Definitely.
He's the real deal when it comes to tissue culture.
And it is. What's it called,
Where
though?
we're going, we don't need roads.
Well, what is this product
Or
called, guys?
cuttings.
Do you remember what it is? It's the only do-it-yourself kit that they have out there in tissue culture.
Yeah, it's called.
it's you can buy a kit then? Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would stay away from trying to do any of that myself. Sterility is key in that. You have to be very sterile. You have to have hydrogen peroxide, probably isopropyl alcohol, doing all that stuff correctly. But once you do it, you can
microclone.
Microclone. That's the name of the
There you
company,
go.
and you can have bring back DNA that may have been lost, so to speak, where you have genetic drift, and you keep taking cuts, and it's just not coming out the same. You could basically reset the plant by doing tissue culture, and then you could also store the genetics in a safe way that won't be available until you're ready to take it. In a very small area, you can have basically a baby food jar that can produce thousands of clones out of that jar. And until you're ready to say it's go time, it just sits on your shelf or in your little storage area.
And then hit the reset button and do it all over again.
Yep. But Larry and Lakehood, they ain't got no tissue culture. Come on, take some clones.
Ain't no one gonna buy that shit.
Hey, Larry, ain't no one got time for that.
Why is this clone so small?
Larry, a year to get
the Heavy Tea
motherfucker.
show.
Are these baby bottles?
Hey, ask Jiggity if he has any experience with chocolate
You just
hash berry.
You got any experience with chocolate hashberry jiggity?
Not unless we're literally putting each individual item together.
All right, way to go,
Some
Jiggity.
chocolate, hash, and berry.
Jiggity, you've been better than you are tonight. Step it up. He got out of whack when he got locked out on the back side. The front side was still open. He was just
That's what
pissed.
she
He had
said.
to walk 50 feet around to the front door. Jiggity was not happy.
I don't have a time for
Hey,
this shit.
hey Taylor, what's the matter for you? Why you locking the door?
I'm a roll of joint.
Hey Larry, Smart Pods Terpinator going up your face every single day. What you think about that?
Sweet.
Yeah, dog. I got you. Thanks, bud. 562-653-0707, Callie in Michigan.
Hello.
A critic on organic nutrients. What's up, Callie?
Well, I'm new to organics and was hoping to get a critique of my mix.
Oh, see, Mark, he just went to St. John Bosco, which is like a private school with $30,000 a year to go there. But
All boys.
he does not know that critique is not spelled C-R-I-T-I-C. It's spelled differently.
So you're not a critic of organics. You would like us to critique your recipe.
Sure, let's do it, Callie. Go ahead. What's growing?
Okay, I got for each cubic foot 5 gallons of ProMix BX, 2.5 gallons of earthworm castings, a cup of azomite, a cup of garden lime, a cup of oyster shell, and a half cup of mixed nitrogen and phosphorus guanos, and that's all.
Okay. And so you've mixed the nitrogen and the phosphorus guanos together in the same mix that you're hoping to just plant in this mix and water, and that's it.
Is this the Subcool recipe, basically?
Oh.
No.
This is your recipe.
Yeah, just tried to make something a bit more mild than what I saw online.
I see.
Okay. I have no hate for that. I agree that you should do that.
Now let me ask you this.
No, let him finish here before we go down the line. So you have 5 gallons of ProMix BX.
BX. Yeah.
How much azomite?
2.5.
1 cup.
1 cup azomite. How much oyster shell?
1 cup.
And 1 cup of dolomite lime, you said?
Yeah.
And then how much of your guanos?
About a 1/4 cup each.
Of both a high nitrogen and a high phosphorus. And how much worm castings, you said?
2.5 gallons.
2.5 gallons and 5 gallons. So he basically has his sterile peat mix. He has 2 to 1 with his worm castings. You guys have some input on it, Jesse? You want to go talking about what he could do to step that up or critique that mix?
I mean, I would probably add a little bit of biochar to it, and I would also add something. It sounds like with those ratios, it might be a little on the alkaline side. You've got some lime, regular lime and oyster shell.
Yeah, and some moisture.
Have you tested the pH of that mix?
I haven't yet. I have a pen though.
Okay.
All right. Well, you're going to have to make a slurry to test the absolute mix. I don't really have a problem with this mix at all, Jesse.
I think that sounds good.
I'm good. The worm castings is a little hard to overdo. Having a 2 to 1, you may end up getting a little muddy.
Yeah, it might hold a little too much water.
Especially with the other ones.
Castings.
I like a 40 to 60% ratio of perlite in any mix that I have. And the Pro Mix is only a 50-50. Once you dilute it all, you're going down rapidly. You probably have less than 20% perlite for the aeration. And as those things settle, or as the perlite you have in there floats up and everything else kind of compacts, you could be looking at a cement brick by the time of the end of your grow.
Yeah, I would add a few more meals to it, like some alfalfa meal.
I agree with that.
Some feather meal. And yeah, I mean,
I'm just gonna jump in. I don't have a problem with your mix either. I just think with adding it like that, you could have took the steps in the future, to just grab some Nature's Pride Bloom or some Nature's Pride Grow, because they've already set up the optimum ratio for veg or bloom, depending on what stage you're in, and it contains the alfalfa meal, the seabird guano, the sea kelp extract, and all that for the optimum NPK for veg or bloom. And then you can come in and throw some of that biochar on top of it. But after you got your good foundation of dirt or of soil, of the cocoa blend like you have with the perlite, with the optimum air ratio like T was talking about, then go ahead and just use a pre-mixed NPK ratio from like the Grow Green Nature's Pride.
I honestly think, Callie, you're not going to have enough in there to get to the end. That's probably going to get you through a solid 3 to 4 weeks of veg, but you're not going to have enough to the end. You're going to have to top dress with something like that, something from Mission Fertilizer, Vermicrop, Green Grow. A quality top dress fertilizer is going to be easy to add to that mix, and as you water through it, it'll be decomposed and made available. You could also use organic liquids to help solidify that. I would also add seaweed extra. A tea would be okay, but the life, you need to add more life to it, more microbes to it. A little bit of earthshine wouldn't hurt.
Some granular
but it's a very light mix is where I'm going at. Any mix that I make, even in a lot of my hydro systems, I'll add half a cup of azomite to a 5-gallon mix. I like those micros and those trace elements in there. I believe that they do the plants wonders and help offset a lot of stresses that can happen in grows. So outside that, I'm not going to be overcritical of what's going on in your soil. I'm just going to be truthful and tell you you're going to need more. You went light for a reason, and that's probably to make sure that you didn't overdo it, because it's always easier to add something else to the mix than it is to take it out, which we always talk about on the show. And I respect and think that you're a better grower for looking at that, looking at your garden in that way, rather than looking at it where, hey, I'm just going to hopefully put everything in my mix, including the kitchen sink, and hope it works out, because it worked out for this guy that has one tooth on IC Mag. All right, look at this. I have all my teeth, okay? So trust me.
You haven't done math yet.
Actually, Kelly, Dr. Duff has a brand new super soil. Tell us about what's in it.
That's sprinkle, bro.
Yeah. You got the pond water?
Hey, Dr. Duffman here, letting you know about my super soil. What? You know, the
Super
secret
Duff soil?
ingredient is my yellowing toenail fungus.
Oh, yeah.
That's among us. That's right. It is among us because it lives upon us. And it's in your soil. So why wouldn't it be good for your plants? Because it doesn't hurt my toenails, just makes it yellow and makes it all thick and itchy. And I got this corner, it gets ingrown. It's horrible. But anyways,
That sounds great.
Make sure you get Dr. Duff's freaking soil amendment, the yellow toe jam among us. It's called the yellow toe jam among us. Make sure you get Dr. Duff approved with my face on it.
And
Make
since-
sure my face is on it.
And since Jesse's been here, they've been talking about it off air. They might be bagging it up.
I thought your toe was on it.
Yeah,
Telling
shave
it.
off every toenail.
Yellow toe grow.
Yeah.
Is your toe on the bag?
My toenail's on the bag to show you if it's this yellow, you can use your own. But if it's not that yellow, forget about it. It'll kill your plants.
Yep.
there.
So, Callie, when you see a lightening in color in your plants where that deep dark green starts going a little bit of yellow, and it's not a stress cause symptom, then you need to start top dressing and make available more either veg formula emphasizing nitrogen or bloom formula emphasizing phosphorus and potassium. You're going to have to be there, but it depends on your environment and your strains that you're growing of when that's going to be. But I would actually prefer that. I would prefer to have more grow. A lot of guys that make super soils prefer to have it ease of use. Just give it some water, set it and forget it. You're not going to be able to do that with that mix. You're going to have to add more.
Yeah, and I'll add to that a lot, you would see yellowing out from that mix within probably 3 or 4 weeks, and a lot of people think that in order to correct a yellowing, everybody thinks, oh, not enough nitrogen. Right. Well, it's not always that. Sometimes you could be lacking iron. Iron is really what gives them that deep
Listen
green.
So, do plants get anemic? Is that what you're saying? The
Yeah,
iron deficiency?
absolutely. And
Isn't anemia something to do with your blood?
They start
and
bruising.
iron
the way
deficiency,
you
I believe.
correct that is with blood meal, the simplest way. But the problem is blood meal also has a lot of nitrogen.
You know
so
what,
you don't wanna
Can you
overdo
just
it.
slit your wrists into the soil?
You could slit a chicken's throat.
You're
That's
reaching too far.
That's the Santeria type gardening
Right.
that I've been hearing a lot about.
Leave
down
the
here in-
comedy up to me, Jerome.
What about
LA.
urea and nitrogen? Can you
It
pee in the
works.
soil?
No, I don't advise it.
Let's do this for our man Callie. Callie, I'm
My
gonna
wrist
since
is
you held
anemic.
on for so long, I want you to do a little side by side. I'm gonna send you both the
California.
Nature's Pride from Green Grow. Go to the Green Grow, no W on grow.com.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna send you some Crazy Swell from Mission Fertilizer, so when you get going, you can bulk them out.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna send you some Smart Pots along with that, brother.
Very smart.
Do some testing. Let us know what you think, and I really appreciate you calling in.
Cool. Thank you very much for the help.
All right, talk to my man Marcos Pollos. He's going to tell you when and where to figure out your prize or get it to you. Listen,
And how.
I get a lot of direct messages and emails saying, "T, where is my prize? Where is my prize? Where is my prize?" You have to give the correct information to the shipper, which is Marcos.
Marcos.
So if you don't give him the correct phone number, he's going to call you before it ships out.
And he's dyslexic, so be very, very slow when you tell him information.
And be there when the package arrives, or else it gets
I'm not
sent back.
dyslexic. I just need the number of a phone.
And if you speak Spanish to him.
A lot of packages get sent back because they're not there. They need to be there, be ready to sign for it.
Just tell him ketchup
we-
only.
we have
See
to-
what happens.
we have to confirm.
English is his second language.
Yeah.
But guys, we always deliver. We've been doing this for over 500 shows. We fucking do anywhere from 12 to 20 calls a show. Man, you do the math, Jesse. Go ahead. How many prizes is that, bro?
That's about 750,000 prizes a year.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Good.
We were shipping this motherfuckers outside of Amazon you ever seen. Let's take another break. We're coming back with the world according to Duff. More grow questions, more green grow. Devin, the hydro chef, along with Jiggity Jerome are here. I'm Heavy T. Dodgers won. Dodgers.
The fuck is this?
Let's do it. Heavy T's Grow Show. Listen to this. DFZRadio.com.
Light the blunt.
Can you believe Jerome?
Shout out to Cali Breed.
I can't believe he's doing that to you. He's doing that to you.
Get Loaded TV, DFZRadio.com. We'll be back.
I like the blunt. If I'm rolling up some trees, you can smoke with me. I like the blunt. I like the blunt. Rest in peace, Bob Marley. My blunt got a cold cut, Steve Harvey. I catch the buds with my glove, Steve Garvey. Quick to roll in the club, cause we party. They asking where the bomb at, cause everybody in the club smell that. It's Breeze, Get Loaded TV. Smoke about a pound every day of the week. Roll so fast you didn't see him coming your way. Turned around and there was a blunt up in your face. You must have thought that I was finished. The Breeze is never stingy with the spinach. Rolling up some trees. You can smoke with me. I like the blunt. I like the blunt. If I'm rolling up some trees, you can smoke with me. I like the blunt. I like the blunt.
I love the stickiest weed, cause I'm a Cali baby. Started from that chocolate tie from them early 80s. Now it's OG, a perfect mix with my OE. The shot of lean had a G moving slowly. Apparently, you ain't never smoked like me. Load these switches up like they was some magazines. I got some bad bitches rolling up blunts for me. Hop in the rotation, true story you can see. Even your bitch eyeballing wanna hit the tree. Smoking on weed, living life with my homie Breeze. I got that green thumb, I grow my own fucking weed. And if I got some problems, I'm hitting heavy tea.
You can smoke with me. I like the blunt. I like the blunt. If I'm rolling up some trees, you can smoke with me. I like the blunt. I like the blunt.
Hey, yo, this is Spanky Hayes, motherfucking Spanky Hayes, funny motherfucking Spanky Hayes. Shout out to DFZRadio.com.
You're gonna go get the green pad, see? That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna go get it right now. Go on down to your local hydro shop. Tell them Shunny sent you. That's right, Shunny with the green pad. More CO2 in your garden. More carbon, more weight, see? You need to get that weight up to pay me back, see, Shunny? Go get the green pad Junior. Put it in your cloning dome, see? You're gonna get some more roots faster. Cut days off your cloning time. More harvest year round. That's right, see? Activated by humidity. 35 to 50%, so make sure that's right, okay? Go to your local hydro shop, see? That's right, go there now. More root, more fruit, more fruit, more root. That's right, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, meow. Right, meow.
Launch crew, ready to reservoir.
What's the load factor, sir?
Bring in the Rhizoblast liquid at 2 mils per gallon.
Okay, sir. We are loaded and ready to launch.
10, 9.
Okay, men. It's time to blast off into the plant's root zone and into another galaxy of root growth.
Rhizoblast is a proprietary blend of seaweed and the single-celled algae chlorella. Chlorella's abundance of amino acids and minerals contribute to its value in hydroponics. The benefits used in Rhizoblast are explosive root growth, the use with any growing medium or hydro system, its ideal use for transplanting, and the enhancement of your plant vigor and fast-flowering plants. Let your plants have a blast and see a world of a difference with Rise Up Blast from Botanicare. Check it out at www.botanicare.com.
Hey, I'm in the zone. Dude, this shit is insane.
Hey man, your garden smells amazing this year. What are you doing different?
Haven't you heard? We've been using the Turpinator.
Did you say Turpinator like terpenes?
Yes, exactly. Turpinator is designed to increase your plant's terpenes, which are responsible for everything from how your plants smell to how much flavorful oils they produce. Basically, Turpinator is the one-stop shop for an overall quality increase for your fruits and flowers.
That's awesome. You know, I can tell the Turpinator has not only increased the oils in all your herbs and flowers, but it looks like it's going to increase your dry weight as well. And dude, don't even get me started on those crystals. They look like mini icebergs.
Well, you better hurry up and get on board. It's flowering season right now. And since Turpinator is made right here in Sonoma County, you can literally find it in any hydro store in town. Boost your plant's oils and bring out flavors that will drive your friends wild. Turpinator. Sticky is an understatement.
Sorry, Horty. Game over.
Hey guys, it's Heavy T. As a longtime cultivator in both small and large gardens, both indoor and in greenhouses, I know the number one factor for being successful is to maintain an ideal environment and optimize my airflow. That is why I use and recommend Fantech controllers and EC fans. As the original inventors of the inline fan way back in 1974, Fantech uses the highest quality German motors and has revolutionary impeller technology. The EC fan creates the most efficient and powerful airstream of any fan in its class. And with the new Aeolus controller, maintaining the ideal environment has never been more simple. The Aeolus, with a variety of modes, allows me to control my exhaust and intake fans along with my dampeners from one easy to set up and use interface. And with the two expandable channels, I can maintain temperature set points in two separate spaces. So whether you're a hobbyist in your garage or a commercial greenhouse grower, it's simple. Use what the pros use. Use the Fantech EC fan and Aeolus controller. And if you're a retailer, contact Rambridge, Savant Plant Tech, or Garden Rebels Distribution and order yours today. Fan and controller sold separately.
Every Wednesday night from 6 to 10 Pacific Standard Time, who's hooking you up with the dopest grow knowledge and the freshest grow gear?
Heavy T's Grow Show. Thank
Yeah.
you so much. I love it.
Hey,
every day.
Thank you for the birthday.
I'm just a lum.
Hey, Carlos, man, what you doing, man? Why your hands so green?
Man, I'm just looking for this algae, man. My tío told me it's good for my plants, man.
For your plants? No, you need to check out Nitrozyme.
Nitrolime?
No, Nitrozyme, the marine algae extract.
Oh, man, what's that, man?
Nitrozyme is a marine algae extract that contains over 50 natural occurring trace minerals and macronutrients.
Is it gonna be enough algae for my plants, man?
Nitrozyme is 8 times more powerful than the common seaweed fertilizer and contains many of the naturally produced nutrients that all plants require for vigorous growth.
Man, so I've been digging all this algae for nothing, man?
Yeah, we need to get you down to the Hydro store or check out Nitrozyme at hydrodynamicsintl.com.
That was awesome.
Boom! Happy birthday!
DFCRadio.com.
We don't never stop at red lights at night, nigga. We don't never stop at red lights at night, nigga. 2 letters G and a D for all my right, nigga. 2 letters G and a D for all my right, nigga. And I'm sipping on Activist, big go to Sprite, nigga. And I'm blowing on Texaco, this shit came on a flight, nigga. And I'm so professional, tailor-made, precise, nigga. And I told my lad bitch that I love her, but I ain't gon' fight with you. Way too much money on my mind, these dead white people. Nigga, how to lay the blood, I'ma lead a hype, nigga. Cushion authentic, that pathetic, but I ain't white, nigga. I heard you like the credit, you ain't rockin' real right, nigga. No. But jumped out the chain game with a lot of pain.
thing. I just want a bad nigga for the fame. Yeah, that big baby, she for the game. Stack a star, gotta maintain. Play this smart nigga from the start, going hard like this is my leg game. Yeah, bitch, I am LeBron Wade. Chopper, give your ass a blunt fade. Ooh, for everything I do it for my family. It done before this summer till they take my breath away. And I'm posted on it corner till I see a better day. My young nigga pull on, they pull up and eat your face. We don't never stop at red lights at night, nigga. We don't never stop at red lights at night, nigga. 2 letters G and a D for all my right, nigga. 2 letters G and a D for all my right, nigga. And I'm sipping on.
Yo, what's going on? Heavy T's Grow Show right here on DFZRadio.com. Let me tell you right now, if you are worried about your prize, you want to know where it's at, be like, what's up, Heavy T? At Heavy T Grow Show on Instagram, at DFZ Radio. Heavy T's Grow Show on Facebook. Who else? Who else we got? You go the same 562 at yahoo.com. Contact him.
Yeah.
Don't direct message Horty Chris. He's not going to respond.
Hit me on Instagram.
But you know what time it is? This is now brought to you by the Horticultural Rep Group. The Hort Rep Group, formerly known as Nanolux. It's now time for The World According to Duff.
Yeah, man. Some serious news going on, guys.
Cereal.
Serious.
Super serious.
You know, up there in the hat of America, Canada.
The big red hat.
The big red hat. A man jumps into a shark tank in Toronto just to swim with the sharks. Naked. Naked. He went in naked, man. Who needs clothes when you want to be there with man's best friend,
How old was he? Because at my age, 41, my balls are hanging so low, it'd be like a lure.
Kind of looks like you.
Maybe that's why they didn't think he was human.
He's bald, he's got a beard, and he's naked as hell.
Does he fuck your wife?
I mean,
then it's not me.
If they were Canadian sharks, I'm sure they were very welcoming.
Yeah, they're like,
come on in. Well, I was great in here, eh?
All right.
Yeah, looks like you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. The water's so cold.
Sorry, my teeth are so sharp and it sank into your flesh, eh?
Hey, I'm about hungry, mate. Oh, that's Australia.
That was the reggae shark.
That's a reggae shark.
Said
Yeah.
it was Canadian.
Canadian sharks and reggae sharks are way too dops at polar
He was
ends.
too
there.
stoned.
Right, one talker at a time.
Well, anyways, let's go on. Moving on down the world of Duff's news. Gonna talk about a teenage girl who did something very wrong. She brought some cookies to school with a little extra ingredient, guys.
And
Girl
ain't
Scout.
weed, and it's not weed.
And it was not weed.
It
Yes,
was human remains.
it was human
What?
remains. Yes,
What?
she brought her grandfather's ashes. She took her grandfather's ashes, put it in a batch of cookies, baked it up, and gave it to kids. Some
These
kids
bitches ain't
knew.
gonna make fun of my shit no more.
Yeah, no, some of the kids knew and some didn't. But like they said that they could see the cookie had like a little gray flakes. And you seen ashes before?
Yeah.
They're gray.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of
There's-
flaky grayness.
There's
in the
bone
sugars.
fragments, dog.
Damn.
There might be a tooth in there too.
When she said it was her granddad's famous recipe, she wasn't bullshitting.
Yeah, she wasn't. It wasn't Granddad's famous
You want some ashes?
recipe.
I'll get you some ashes tonight.
Yeah, and then she brought that shit.
Biochar.
She was trying to barter that.
Grandpappy's biochar cookies.
Yeah, you want some of these biochar cookies? I'll trade you some of these cookies for that weed.
What happened to her?
Sure it happened. She got busted. Now the police are up in there. They can't even figure out how to even charge her right now because it's like she didn't.
It's not manslaughter.
I mean, it's,
the
not,
man's
I
been
mean, it's
slaughtered.
ashes. So like, you can't. I mean, she didn't desecrate.
If it wasn't poison, you didn't get poison.
It's organic.
It's just a code violation if it's food poisoning.
Yeah, I mean, if it goes into
Chef
food, it's different.
Rest the people at
Okay,
school
well,
0.
I'm glad that I just gathered that she didn't kill him and then do that. I
No.
thought she killed him and did that, and that's how she was getting rid of his remains.
Man, how weak are you as a
That's how I can get
granddad
rid
if
of
your
my
13-year-old
remains for this
granddaughter
podcast.
can
That's a
kill
pretty
you?
good idea, you know.
Well, yeah, if your granddaughter, 13-year-old, she's pretty advanced. If she's like burning you're down into freaking ashes and collecting this shit.
She's probably
and
out of
like,
training
you know what I
bras
mean?
already.
Like, whoa.
Grandpappy's bio.
You know, she's going to open up her own mortuary any day now. She's doing that.
Good one, Duff.
Okay, well, anyways, hey, the big red hat now has legal fucking big bud, hash plant, and what other BC.
It's called mids.
Mids, yeah, mids.
They legalized mids.
They legalized the mids out there.
Much like California did.
Oh my God, yes.
They had to get in the game.
Yeah, California is huge on mids, bro, and
October
overpricing
mids.
them.
Overpriced mids.
Overpriced mids up in Canada, now down here in California. All
you-
around overpriced mids.
Did you hear about the new Vancouver hockey team?
No, what's
It's the Caboofs.
The Caboofs?
Yeah, the Larfies. The Maple Larfs.
The Maple Larfies.
Toronto Maple Larfs.
Instead of having medmen, they have midmen.
Yep. Well,
Yep.
that's about it with my news.
Miss.
So, you know.
That's all you got?
Yeah.
You need to get a little more fired up. What else you got? What else did you see?
I don't know, man. Trump's chick, you know, she's getting all mad at T.I. for the naked-ass lap dancing, looking like she's a stripper for Melania Trump, our first lady. She's all mad at T.I. That's what's going on.
What about Kanye?
Kanye wants to rap down, which, you know what? I think Kanye wants to hump Trump.
Give us your report about the meeting between Kanye. What did they talk about?
I said, yeah, dog.
About
What's up,
Kanye?
man? He's
Aliens?
like, yeah, man. You want some alien? Yeah, dog. Here, have some of this drink. And they're like drinking it up and they're smoking it. And then like the news freaking, they came
Showed
and
them
then
naked
Kanye was
pictures
like,
of Kim on his
Kanye
phone.
was dropping MF bombs.
Kanye's like, yeah, motherfucking shit, man. I just didn't know the media was going to come up in this fucking room like this, Trump, motherfucker.
Talking about how the red hat makes him like Superman.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I mean, Trump was looking at him like, this motherfucker's crazy.
I think Trump was like, this motherfucker took my drugs and
I'll-
it's hitting him hard.
I'll tell you this much. I think that Kanye is trolling the shit out of the whole nation with this Trump shit.
You mean Clayton Bigsby?
And maybe. I don't know what his name is.
I don't know, man, but like.
He went to a private school on Southside. That's all I know. Here we go.
If we
Heavy
take it
Teens
down
Grow
this
Show.
path,
Thank you
I'm
so
gonna-
much for Dr. Duff and the world according to Duff. 562-653-0707. Let's talk more. Grow with Den and the Slow.
What are we listening to,
What
my
is that?
friend?
I don't know. Turn it up.
What was that?
This was Den.
I don't know what it is.
And then?
And then?
And then?
And then?
And then?
Okay.
What up, Den?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
And then?
You know. What the fuck were you listening to?
NPR.
What's that?
What were you listening to just now?
Angry black
Oh,
woman.
no, I'm on my Bluetooth. Hold on.
You were the art of the deal or what?
Is that better?
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Okay. Hey, hey, by
is
the
that?
way, your call screener's never heard of boron. I told him I had a question about boron, and he said, "Bron?
You mean
like LeBron James?"
we already said he's fucking dyslexic, dog.
You know, he didn't go to. He didn't have chemistry or you know, table elements and all
But
that.
go ahead. Let's send it around the table.
So-
Start over with Jerome. Go. What's your question?
So anyway, I got a little outdoor question.
Mm-hmm.
So before this last rain that we had, San Luis Obispo, we're like halfway between L.A. and San Francisco.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a nice
And
area.
so everything was looking great, and decided I got some monsters in the backyard that I was going to cover before the rain, and just to make covering them easier, and the big tops were looking pretty good. I trained everything out, but eased off on the topping a little bit this summer, just so it kind of ended up with a little bit bigger colas.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I started taking them down, and I'm growing a few different types, and pretty much everything. The stem was really hollow, and the whole bud just seemed really kind of floppy and limp, like
Sounds
almost
good to
like
me.
something that had mildew or rot, but no mildew or rot. So
Are you having any twisted growth, like rolling of the leaf?
so another little element to the story. I had taken some pictures into the local hydro shop here, or our local grow shop, and he just kind of said that I needed to bump stuff up. I was seeing kind of yellowing leaves, but up higher in the canopy, like, kind of fan leaves growing off the main colas, and nothing really down low. So, some of the other nutrients, to me, it just really didn't look like that's what it was. So, anyways, so I ended up, he ended up, saying to add some Hydroplex. I'd been using, I was kind of almost like that last caller a couple ago. I made my own little concoction, so stuff has worked out good. I started using the Pure Blend Pro Bloom formula. Actually, a little bit before Bloom, stuff was showing a little bit of a potassium deficiency, so kind of went to that a little earlier than I thought I would.
Okay,
anyways,
so what grow medium are you in? Soil?
So I'm in soil, but pretty heavily amended. A lot of worm castings.
No, that's not a problem.
Over the years.
How is your watering cycle? Are you letting it dry out completely? Have you had?
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm not finished with my question. You're letting it dry out completely, and have you let it dry out too much where it's wilted?
Possibly.
Because boron deficiencies, if we are using cannabis-friendly nutrients, right?
Yep.
Is relatively rare. And a lot of times they will have symptoms like you're talking about where it will show almost like a calcium deficiency, which you're describing on the top of the plant, because boron is necessary for the absorption of calcium. Most boron deficiencies in cannabis is because of underwatering or wilting. You need to make sure it stays hydrated enough. We want it to go from completely saturated to mostly dry, but not a wilt, right? We want the roots to grow.
It's interesting you say that, because I had, we had a relatively cool September.
Right. My Croptober wasn't nearly as strong. I was like, last year it was still like 100 degrees. The UV is below 4 right now. I'm like, Jesus, holy shit.
The last few days, at least up here, have been great. But man, I've been busy since that rain, and I think I'm kind of catching little bits of rot here and there at the right time. Lost a few full colas, but
but let's go to the boron. Why you think it's boron? First off, you're gonna see overly thick new growth where you have a regular stalk, and it will almost look like the stalk has, if it wasn't from the very beginning, has pushed out even a little further around the existing stalk. You'll have malformed growth, like contouring of the leaves. Rolling of the leaf is really one of the telltale signs in cannabis where people will mistake a russet or a broad mite infestation for a boron deficiency, or vice versa.
So I had gotten a little creative with what I put in the ground as well. And again, like I said, plants were growing well, but I kind of almost wondered if it had been, and like I said before, I switched to that Bloom formula relatively early, and I'd been seeing just the slightest bit of tip burn for a good amount of the summer. So I thought that maybe I had just put in stuff that was a little too hot in the ground.
You'll see the deficiency because of the lack of uptake of the other nutrients that boron is essential for. If you have a deficiency, you will get a scorch look, where people might look at it that it's a excess of nutrient. Okay, so
exactly.
The key to understanding boron deficiency is the deformity of the leaf and the new growth coming out rolled. Every time I've seen it, it looks like you rolled the leaf,
almost like overwatering.
No, like it rolls around itself like a straw. Like it'll cup up and roll the leaf, especially on the tops of the plants. Okay, and you'll get the scorching, and then it's from underwatering. We talk about overwatering because that's the most common thing that people do in their cannabis plants. It comes from underwater.
I got a little nervous during that period in September, just where it wasn't that hot. I'd been giving about 30 gallons of plant, and there was periods here where the fog didn't burn off, The foliage wasn't getting wet in the morning. The fog was up high, but
So it was too dry.
It just didn't seem like it was going to be going through as much water as normal. I had kind of gotten a little more abnormal with my watering schedule,
and that's
giving them a little bit less.
That's funny that you say that as well, because if the plants are used to a very humid environment, or you're growing strains that are ideal for that climate, and it goes arid for a certain amount of time, I'm talking 35% or less RH, relative humidity, that can lead to a boron deficiency as well. I don't want to take up all the time. I want to have the panel give their insight. Jesse, do you got anything to add?
Are you going heavy on the biology? Do you have using a beneficial bacteria or mycorrhiza product?
So I've been using some Mycos throughout, and Mammoth P.
The WP or the granular?
Just the last part. The Hydroplex helped, but it didn't help. I have one variety, Clementine, that was showing that scorch that you were talking about. And I think in the Hydroplex it had potassium borate in it, so I think it was getting a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you from our line, our product, Flower Finisher, it contains the same phosphate digesting bacteria that's in Mammoth P.
Awesome. Well, we'll get them back. Go ahead and finish, so people are listening.
So the Flower Finisher contains the same phosphate digesting bacteria that is in the liquid suspension of Mammoth P, and it also contains silica and boron, and it's a PK booster, a hardener. It's the only organic PK booster and hardener out there, and it's got the same strain of bacteria that Mammoth P does.
You don't have to be nervous. You've been here for like 2 hours.
I'm fucking high now, man. You guys got me stoned, and I'm tripping over my
rolling another.
Sons of bitches.
What's going on?
Company man, you got anything to add?
And like Jesse said too,
it's the best.
I'm high. That's what I can say.
I'm high. Yeah,
I mean, I just
first hour I was like Slick Rick up here on the mic.
At this point in the show, Devin, you could just say, "I agree with T." Dr. Duff, you got anything to add?
Yeah. You know what? If you want to grow yourself out of business, check out my new book, "Growing Yourself Out of Business."
Really hit it.
Hey, Dr. Duffman here. I got a new book out. It's called Growing Yourself Out of Business. I got about 5 years of experience of growing myself out of business. If you want to make it so your plants, you're owing them money, check out my book. Because you'll be owing them money in no time. You'll have to larvae your stuff around. It won't even be like a nug. It'll be like, it'll look like a nug, but it won't be a nug when it dries. But check it out. My product's the best. Grow yourself out of business. Get you out of business in no time. Just like all these California companies. They got my book.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Dan, we have Dan back here. Dan, these are the things to correct the boron deficiency, because that's what we initially were talking about. You need to make sure that you are using enough cannabis-specific nutrients. I don't know if you heard Jesse from Green Grow, but he was talking about his flower finisher. Yeah. It has it in it. That Hydroplex has some in it. Make sure your pH is correct. If your pH is out of whack, it will fuck up the absorption of boron, and in turn all the other secondary macro elements like calcium.
What the fuck?
Where's this? Oh,
you fucked up the plant.
Hold on, I almost had a heart attack.
Yeah, me too just now.
And then make sure there's enough moisture around the... Quiet. Come on, Horty Chris.
The guest needs...
I had no problem firing my best friend for the last 10 years. You want to be next? How long I know you? 10 months? Shit.
Oh, damn, you're fired.
Did you see what just happened to the
Turn off their mics.
Just pack his shit up now.
Leave Duff on. He's the only one I need to hear.
Yeah.
Enough moisture around the plant and in the grow medium, and then look at the new growth to see if it's been fixed. You're this far into bloom, there's not going to be a lot of new foliage, right?
Right.
When you see the symptoms of this occurring, you have to have in mind what's happening, and you don't go throw everything at it. Being a diligent grower and striving for excellence in your grow and everything you do to be the best that you can is knowing what you're looking at, and not just a knee-jerk reaction of going to buy the most concentrated thing you can at the hydro shop. And with all due respect to the guys at your hydro shop, maybe you were talking to someone that has just been elevated from screener at the Heavy Tea Grow Show to working the front counter at Long Beach Hydro.
For sure.
Hey,
I don't know if I don't know where I got cut off, but at the end, so I ended up throwing some borax on, and that straightened everything out.
Okay.
Borax, Ajax,
There you
Comet.
go. And now you have
And
no ants either.
Adjusted the pH using good old Turbinator to get it
And the
right, because borax was all high pH, mixing it up.
Yeah, you gotta fix that.
You
borax
probably had a
pH.
deficiency of somewhat of boron and other things, the moisture level, but the distortion of the new leaf growing. And it may be a witch toe where it flips up, it may be a cloud where it goes down, but telltale signs is that it folds the leaf edges, not the tips, fold up and around. And I've seen them where they've almost created a personal a straw.
barrel.
Like Horty Chris grew his leaves specifically like that for a reason.
Okay. And you're just saying
So much cocaine.
consistent moisture level, you're just really not going to run into that if you're using good nutrients.
Cannabis specific nutrients have it in there.
Yeah.
Like you were saying, he didn't hear you, Jesse, but the flower finisher has that in there for those reasons.
It does. It does.
Yep.
And
Yep.
it also has silica in it, so it's going to act as a hardener. And, it's a pretty unique product, let's put it that way.
I'm going to send you some of that flower finisher and some smart pots as well. Dan, I really appreciate you calling in. Talk to my boy back there that knows about borax and boron beer.
He doesn't know anything.
562-653-0707. Yoda, what's going on, Yoda?
Yoda.
Good.
What's
So
up?
how important is mycorrhiza for root development?
If you're in a soil-based medium, or especially a soil-less medium like cocoa or something, I'd say it's imperative. Super important.
that was profound as fuck. How important is it? Super important, bro.
It depends on how you're growing. If you're going to be putting raw amendments and our mixes on there, and if it had none of that biology going on, it wouldn't break down. It would just
It'd be dead.
Yeah,
it's one of those things that's hard to overdo too, Yoda. So look, this is how it was explained to me back in the day when I was like you and a lot of listeners talking about, man, what are you talking about? I need to ask a what? How do you say that? Mycorrhizae? What?
Mycorrhizae, man?
What it acts like is it becomes an extension of your root zone. It actually marries itself to the root zone and lives within and on the root zone to protect it, for one, it to feed and to live, but it helps protect it. It helps draw in salts and moisture from the extent of every part of your grow medium if you're in a container, so you don't get those super wet or super dry spots. And it's like a cotton ball. If your root system was there and you just went and put a cotton ball around it to protect it from other things coming in, all that living matter in there, all those beneficial microbes keep out root rot, keep out fusarium, keep out other problems that can occur in your root zone, and they actually help stave off root insects as well. Insects don't want to fuck with the healthy root zone. They want to come after dying and decomposing root zones.
Exactly.
Man, I had grub problem, killed everything.
Yep. Shout out to your wife.
She did grub everything. I'm talking about those little bugs that are in my root zone, bro.
So Yoda, how important is it if you're in organic matter, if you're in cocoa, for sure? I'm not all the way sold on using it in a recirculating system, though.
No, me neither.
Drain to waste hydro is fine, like drain to waste sterile medium, cocoa, drain to waste Grodan. I'm okay with that, but recirculating, you have living organisms in water. A lot of times they'll end up dying either from going through temperature changes or even just drowning, and now you have decaying matter in your reservoir that can become a catalyst. If you don't control the temperature perfectly, you cannot use mycorrhizae in a recirculating system, in my experience, with all due respect, Jesse.
It doesn't like to live in water.
It likes to live on root.
Yeah. If the dude's on a budget, he could just put a little couple H2O2 and keep recycling it until he gets some money to get some more.
Okay. Good.
But definitely still use biological teas to foliar spray.
Now, don't you got a good tea recipe for the
for a foliar system?
Yeah, we got a great one.
Okay, then we didn't even touch on this. Check this out, Yoda. You're gonna get schooled.
So
Mycorrhizae, like I said, I'm not a scientist. I'm a grower. I've trial and error, trial and success, all those things. Mycorrhizae marries itself to the root zone. That's where it lives. That's where it wants to live. Foliar spraying, there's no root. So explain to me how that makes sense to foliar spray of mycorrhizae.
Well, I mean, I personally would avoid doing much fungal-based teas that I'm applying.
Well, tell me about the teas you would use with the biology.
More of a microbial tea. So all you really need for a good tea mix of our products is Earthshine, Nature's Bricks, and a pinch of our Nature's Pride veg if you wanted to add a little more nutrition to it.
Is char good for tea or no?
As long as you're steeping it and not just dumping it in there, and as long as it's good biochar that's not too alkaline.
Well, I understand spraying nutrients and other things on the plants being absorbed through the stomata, also acting as barriers to insect infestation or mildew. What is Earthshine and the Nature's Bricks going to do? How, like, once you make a tea up, and tell us how you make the tea up.
Sure.
Take your time because you're so high. How do you make the tea up, and what's it going to actually do for us?
Well, I'm higher than him.
The Nature's Bricks is because we use a highly soluble food-grade dry molasses flour.
Okay.
And Red Sea algae and brewer's malt extract, and it goes straight into solution. So you can actually add this to a pre-brewed tea and just sort of get your carb levels up and run it right away.
Set it off.
Yeah, sort of like a catalyst, if you will. Or you can put this in your tea bag with a little bit of this. What if you want to add your compost material of choice, your inoculum, if you will, and then that's basically it right there. We have a new product coming down the pipe called Green Aminos, and it's amino acid blend, 3 different amino sources from lactose, soy, and kelp, and it's got some added calcium in it.
Beautiful. So what we're going to do for Yoda in Charleston, we're going to send them that Earthshine and that Nature's Brick so you can set off some of your foliar sprays, all right? And then go get some Green Grow Mycorrhizae. Add that to your root zone, protect your root zone, help the nutrients come in. And listen, these products, they're not $1 each. You might spend $10-20 on it, but at the end of the day, you put those in there, you're gonna use less nutrients.
Mm-hmm.
It makes the nutrients go further.
Yeah.
Less waste. You dig?
Mm-hmm.
And then they're in there, and if you revitalize that grow medium, booyah shaka, you now have your structure set up, your microbial structure, add the Earthshine, and you just keep going.
Yeah, that's funny.
Keep growing.
I got a product similar that I'm dropping.
Yoda, thanks for calling in and listening to this new product. Go ahead.
Oh,
He's
you want
on fire tonight.
Want to hear about it?
That's why you brought it up.
Here it goes. Yeah, well, here's Dr. Duff Man here. Want to let you know about my Yellow Rain foliar spray for all your plants out there. If you want to get that microbe, bacteria crap all over your plants,
that urea.
Yellow Rain. Your plants yellowing, Yellow Rain greens them up.
Give it a squirt.
It's the opposite of the yellow. You get the green with Yellow Rain.
Who do you have text messaging you, and what is their affinity with yellow? If you said chocolate rain,
no, it's yellow.
Some plants get wet, some feel the pain.
Some get yellow, some get green. I don't know, whatever he said. But anyways, Yellow Rain blows your plants up, microbes, nutrient uptake, everything. It's all in one. Dr. Dust, Yellow Rain. Make it Yellow Rain on your plants today. Foliar spray it. Yellow Rain by Dr. Duff. It comes in a yellow bottle.
All right, Dr. Duff, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Sounds delicious.
Hey, we got a call about cocoa, pH and cocoa. Let's try and stay on point here, guys. JC.
What's up?
What's up, Hans?
JC likes Yellow Rain.
How you doing?
Good.
Go ahead.
So, question about fluctuations on pH in cocoa. What's the safe range? I know it's ideal to be between 5.8 and no higher than 6.2. What if every other watering it varies? I mean, does it have to be a consistent number, or can it vary a little bit?
You're talking about your water you're putting in?
Yeah, when I'm watering in.
It could be within a range. You want
Like the one
continuity.
watering is
Yeah,
5.8,
never
next
mind. You asked me
watering
a
is
question. I
6.0.
answered. All right.
Is that a big to-do?
Nah, maybe.
What's his name?
JC.
Jay-Z.
JC.
Yeah.
JC. Now, fluctuations in your pH, you can do different pHs depending on what stage of bloom or grow you're in. So
Veg.
you have
I'm a veg.
you have control of that. And lower pHs is going to be better for root production, better for plant vitality in a lower, earlier stages of grow. Now, later stages of bloom, pHs that are at a higher range, you can absorb phosphorus and potassium at a more optimum level.
Ding,
You're not
ding.
focusing on nitrogen so much. So you have control of that.
You got it. So, but if you're off here and there by 0.2, even up to 0.4, if you're within that range, you're fine. Even if you go a little bit higher, if you're at 6.5, 6.6, 6.7, the plants aren't going to die. When you're in cocoa, or most grows for that matter, being a little bit higher is definitely a lot better than being too low.
Here, here.
Here, here.
Indeed.
All right, so if you're going to air
5.8, 6.0. So that's pretty good.
Nice. No, good one. Hey, man, amigo. It's okay, man. You do 5.8 or 6.2 is good.
I'm butterfly kissing you through the mic.
You go Dyers, too. Go Dyers.
Oh, my God. I breathed on that thing today.
Don't worry. I have pink eye already.
Well, go Dyers.
Keep it higher. Go to 6.0. Just stay at 6.0.
Yeah.
Stay at 6.0. All right,
And
cool.
if you can't afford pH up, then get some baking soda.
Or get a lemon.
Take you higher. All right, my man. I'm going to send you a swag pack from Heavy Tea. Thanks for calling in, JC.
Swag.
Muchas gracias.
All right,
Some
man.
smart pots, too.
JC.
Just
I don't know.
this guy's got a question for Devin. Ruben.
This is the real Ruben. Fuck Norwalk.
Norwalk.
Damn. Blaze
That's
it.
Coming straight out of Norwalk, a crazy motherfucker named Ruben.
What up,
Yeah,
Ruben?
we got a buster.
You see the
5'2" Whittier.
You see those Dodgers?
Yeah, he's going to
Fuck
fuck you
yeah.
up.
That's
I
right.
was telling him I hold my phone the whole time at work.
You got two phones. One's watching the Dodger game. One's listening to Heavy Tea.
Blaze it.
That's right.
So what's up? You got a question for Devin?
Yes, sir. I heard a rumor. I just want to verify it.
Oh.
He's gay.
Yes, it's true. I definitely have taken Duff out on a couple of dates, but he paid for everything, so he's the gay one.
Shit, I want to take Duff out on a date.
I've already taken Ruben, but he's rude.
He's a virgin.
He's a virgin.
Yeah,
Duff, can
Mr.
you shut up?
Devin.
Yeah, what's good, Rube?
How's it going, brother? I heard that the Hawthorne Group acquired a tobacco company recently.
All right, Ruben.
Is there any truth?
Now, Ruben, I don't know what kind of bootleg janky thing hydro store sesh you've been kicking it at, but I can assure you that any rumors that Big Mike and his cronies or a fucking band of misfit youth put out there is definitely false. There are no tobacco companies purchased by Hawthorne. Why would they want to be in the tobacco industry when they are in the gardening industry?
People be rolling blunts, yeah.
No, that's a false claim. If anything you're reading, maybe some weird hydro bootleg tank stuff, but I can assure you there is nothing like that going on with that.
The funny thing is this,
Ruben, but let's get to the bottom of the
Let me
matter.
help Ruben out.
No, you shut up.
Where would you hear some shit like that? Because I hear rumors from here to there about, this company moved from Holland and changed their recipe, or this company, makes child nutrients with child tears. But where would you hear the tobacco industry?
Just along the roots and the branch, hearsay. Just want to make sure if it's true or not. I mean, I'm a small timer. I don't know.
You know what? It sounds true to me because the tobacco industry got a gang of money. They're going to buy up a bunch of licenses.
They're saying that they're
going to go marijuana.
I think
and
you're
now
missing,
Ruben's
you got it backwards.
What Ruben
I
heard.
just gotta say most of the rumors
from one of his,
tend to be
backroom internet chat rooms was that potentially Hawthorne, bought a tobacco company, which is false. That is absolutely false.
Company is
and I'll
gonna
take
go
it a step further. Did you know Scott's actually is not like owned by Monsanto, which a lot of people always throw that out there, or Bayer. There's
Damn
there is literally no fucking
Good clarification. Very good clarification.
Yeah, so I mean, you know, 2 different stock tippers, 2 different companies, you know, and I can assure you that when at the end of the day, there's no big tobacco involved.
What is Hawthorne's plan on acquiring a media company?
Yeah, when
DFZ Radio will never DFZ Radio will never reign in the Hawthorne brands. I don't answer those questions. Come on,
Come
man.
on.
I'm a fucking I'm a trench guy. I'm out here selling product to the stores and just making the product.
He's
look good on
chefing
the
it up,
radio.
bro.
They call me the company man. You know I got the right answer for you. But I can assure you this, man. Whatever bootleg janky thing internet chat room is saying that shit, tell them to check themselves, man. Because if you can't provide a link, then you ain't worth shit. And they only talk about Hawthorne.
Every day.
Ruben, realize this. They only talk about Hawthorne because if they talked about themselves, no one would give a shit.
I told you, brother. I got your back.
Damn.
Thank you, Ruben. Blaze it, bro.
Hey, can I give a quick shout out?
Yeah.
Hey, Devin, thank you for hooking up my hyena with the magical butter machine. Baby, if you're at my house, doing my laundry, next time, more spit. I need more spit.
No, Ruben, you're ruthless. We're gonna get you some of that. We're gonna get you some of that medicated lube from our sponsors.
P62.
All right, Ruben.
Damn, Ruben.
Thanks for calling in. I'm sending you a swag pack, man. Go Dodgers.
Much love. Go Dodgers.
Blaze it.
Yeah, blaze it.
Rough times.
562-653-0707. That's the phone number. We're talking grow. The more you know, the better you grow with Heavy T and the crew. I appreciate y'all. We're going to pay the bills right now. Coming back. What you know about that?
What you know about this?
You know what's good.
Swag.
My new Instagram. You know WAS good. Heavy T's Grow Show.
DFZRadio.com.
Why would I say so? I just don't play, no. Why would I say so? Swagger in this bitch, swagging in this bitch. Swagger in this bitch, swagging in this bitch. I just don't play, no. Why would I say so? I just don't play, no. Why would I say so? I said I'm fresher than you knew to be. Grinding I'm supposed to be, and that's why they notice me, and that's why they spoke of me. Money on my chain, money on my ear, money on my ring. Just to make it clear, I'm an Elko rider, I'm an Elko rider. Illy on a Philly, yeah, smoking that fire. Swagging in the whip, so I might blow a tire. The way I do it, got them haters full over time. Rap shit classic, but I bad bitch on the average. Just don't stop, I'm a savage. We on that top floor, drinking top shelf. We on that rock and roll, bring it hot as hell. Pop that drink, pop it, pour some drink about it. I love the way you do it, when you pop your body. Feel it in your chest, speakers melt the ground. Blazing out the sound, hear it as a pound. Swagger in this bitch, swagging in this bitch. Swagger in this bitch, swagging in this bitch. I just don't play, no. Why would I say so? I just don't play, no. Why would I say so? Swagger in this bitch, swagging in this bitch. Swagger in this bitch, swagging in this bitch. I just don't play, no. Why would I say so? I just don't play, no. Why would I say so? Drinking vodka by the leader, feel the shot past the meter. For the hottest who respond, see the bomb, the same breeder. You the baddest on the scene. How you drop and do that thing? The way you pop it, make me want it. Got me potting like a fiend. That's what I want, that's what I need. Smoke some draw, I'm going green just to compose. I love the coast, so here's a toast to Cali scene. West Coast is where I be. Yeah, the home of the trees, the land of the grams, the planet of the weed. Lace it but don't lace it, keep it but don't speed it. I'm gone off that ganja, and everybody see it, everybody breathe it. Opportunity is here, guess I have to volunteer. I'ma put it in the air. Fireman blazing, Superman high, Spider-Man Kush, Aquaman tie, bad chick Whitney, Catwoman eyes. 9 on my side like the Catwoman lies. Swagger in this bitch, swagging in this bitch. Swagger in this bitch, swagging in this bitch. I just don't play, no. Why would I say so? I just don't play, no. Why would I say so? Swagger in this bitch, swagging in this bitch. Swagger in this bitch, swagging in this bitch. I just don't play, no. Why would I say so? I just don't play, no. Why would I say so?
Hey, what's up? Shout out to my man, DJ Saint, my brother.
Okay, got your ballast, check. Reflectors, check. Fans, check. Just about ready to get growing. The last thing you need is your bulbs.
Let me get like 12 of, whatever's the cheapest you got.
Bro, really? You're using the best soils, best nutrients, best equipment, and you're going to use an Econo brand lamp? If you really want the best of the best, you need to go with the Ushio Hilux Grow Lamp. Ushio Hilux Grow Lamps have the highest quality and consistency in their construction, and they're engineered to give your plants the light spectrum they need for the best growth and biggest harvest. Plus, Ushio is the only company that offers 2100 micromole light output without needing to overdrive your lamps and ballast. That means more light for your plants and longer light for your lamps.
Wow, I had no idea. Okay, sold. Give me the Ushio Hilux Grow Lamps.
Professional growers know not every lamp will give plants what they need to optimize their growth and yields and maximize profits. That's why the pros choose Ushio Hilux Grow Lamps. Offered in a full range of high-pressure sodium, metal halide, and ceramic metal halide options, Ushio Hilux Grow Lamps ensure that your plants are covered from seed to harvest no matter what lighting system you're using. For over 50 years, Ushio has been a trusted name and a leader in specialty lighting, and they stand by the name with a no questions asked 1-year warranty. So whether you run 5 lights or 500, you can be confident that you're buying the best horticulture lamps on the market. Ask for Ushio Hilux Grow Lamps and make sure to check them out online at www.ushio.com.
You are listening to Heavy T's Grow Show on DFZ Radio Network.
What is? Hey, are you a soil grower and tired of using salt and synthetic-based fertilizers and not getting the results that you wanted? Well, for hydroponics, those products work great. But in soil, they suck. All those feeding schedules are out of range for what we think is good for soil growers. Mission Fertilizer is a new product on the market that's specific to soil gardening. They have a grow, bloom, and boost. It's a super premium organic 1 part grow, 1 part bloom, and 1 part boost. It's a feeding program that can be used in bag soils like Ocean Forest and Happy Frog, Victory Mix, or Empire Builder, even Roots Organic, Royal Gold, and so forth. It can be used in any soil mix. Super simple to use, 1 part grow, 1 part bloom, and 1 part boost to get the most out of your garden. It's organic listed, pH stable, and safe to use with tap water. No need to ppm or EC or pH your tap water if you're mixing in Mission Fertilizer liquid. Go to missionfertilizer.com, grow the best, and see the proof is in the plants.
Hey, bro, your garden's looking sweet, man. What are you using?
Yeah, man, I'm using a premium cocoa nutrient, Cocoa Tech A and B, man. It's an aggressive formula for increased yield during the flowering phase.
Wow, so this is made specially for cocoa?
You better believe it, man. It comes with easy-to-use 2-part formula. Formulated aggressive growth and superior blooms.
Whoa, bro.
Yeah, man. Tell 'em, Bob.
This aggressive formula contains proprietary blends of calcium to ensure your plants thrive. Backed by years of research, Cocoa Tech Premium Cocoa Nutrients are specifically designed to support and enhance your cocoa core growing experience. Use Cocoa Tech Premium Nutrients with Cocoa Tech Premium Cocoa Core for optimum results.
Yeah, man.
Heavy T hooked me up, man. Thanks.
That's right.
I tell you, this is the life.
Ever since we started working here at Sanctuary Soil, I couldn't be happier. It's nice to work at a place where they treat you like the artist that you are.
Tell me about it. So many places just throw you in the dirt, feed you junk, and drip water on your head.
Yeah, sounds more like torture than a job.
And how do they expect you to do great things when they don't give you the right tools? I can't do it if you treat me like garbage.
I hear ya. You give me the highest quality organic materials like woody biomass and grasses, put me in a healthy, clean environment that I can practically poop gold.
Not to mention alfalfa meal, arborist material. They even bathe us in a healthy biological tea full of enzymes and other good stuff. You know, I get a little choked up just thinking about how all those customers are gonna benefit from the hard work we put into providing them with the best products available.
I just wish more companies were like Sanctuary Soil. It's nice to work with people who care about their customers and care about the environment.
Yeah, this is the life. Hey, I'm pretty full. Think it's about time to go make some magic, if you know what I mean.
Well, a worm's work is never done.
See you in a few.
You got anything to read? This could take a while.
Sanctuary Soil's Buckaroo brand premium worm casting, the all-in-one soil amendment that's safe for the environment, children, and pets. For more information and to see a list of current retailers, visit our site at sanctuarysoil.com.
That was awesome.
DFZRadio.com.
Bitch, fuck your girl, no sorry, bitch. See what it hit, and I tossed her to the click. What you talking money? Yeah, we get that shit. TVS, BK, fucking up the game, bitch. We turned up, you burnt out. You a bitch, yeah, you just chasing clout. Yeah, we got that grip, you should get some money, bitch. Mac 11, AK-47, let it rip. Fuck with the gang, let your nuts hang. Don't fuck with the gang, let your nuts hang. Don't fuck with the gang, let your nuts hang. Don't fuck with the gang, with the gang. Fuck with the gang, let your nuts hang. Don't fuck with the gang, let your nuts hang. Don't fuck with the gang, let your nuts hang. Don't fuck with the gang, with the gang. Fuck with the gang and you'll end up 6 feet. If you're fucking with sick, then you're fucking with skeets. You could catch us on the streets, we always back in heat. If it wasn't for the gang, then who the fuck I'd be? My gang can't be beat, TVS, big gas, go click. If you're talking shit, man, we pull up with that sick. We quick to take your bitch, what can I say? She's the one that keeps on walking over our fucking way. But don't fuck with the gang, let your nuts hang. Don't fuck with the gang, let your nuts hang. Don't fuck with the gang, let your nuts hang. Don't fuck with the gang, with the gang. Fuck with the gang, let your nuts hang. Don't fuck with the gang, let your nuts hang. Don't fuck with the gang, let your nuts hang. Don't fuck with the gang, with the gang.
Hi, welcome back, Heavy Team's Ground Show.
Hi. One of the biggest
One of the biggest challenges that I face is finding people that are competent to go on the air with. I just line myself up a bunch of Miller Lights and Bud. Nothing else lined up. Trust. And every Wednesday, I come here and do my best. And unfortunately, they come here and try to do the worst.
Yin and the yang.
Who are we talking about? Speaking of worst.
Hey,
Devin?
have you ever noticed that the people that you hang around you fucking hate? Not me. Never. Let's go back to Talk and Grow over here. Welcome back, Dr. Delph. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Jiggity Jerome, I'm so happy that both of you have learned to scissor each other.
Scissor.
In a stand-up position. I want to give a big shout-out to Green Grow Jesse. He flew all the way down here from Santa Rosa just to be on the show. No other reasons.
That's like 30 miles.
And I'm showing the love.
I liked how he said, Santa Barbara right up the street here. Like, Santa Barbara's
Like
close
he's
to
never
Long
been
Beach.
around, yeah.
It's just an hour and a half away.
That's right.
Driving as fast as you could drive. But
Up where I'm from, driving is like, I rack up about 1,000 miles a week.
Wow.
Up there.
Delivering.
And
From the mountain range to the coast.
I really appreciate you coming in, man, and dropping some knowledge.
I appreciate you having me, man.
Green
It's been a lot of fun.
It's thegreengro.com. Go check out all their products. They have new stuff coming out all the time. Let's take one more call, and then we'll go to the grand prize question. We have Mike in Oklahoma.
Mike.
What up, Mike?
What up, gentlemen?
Miguel.
How you been, dude?
Good evening.
Hey, Heavy, I'm doing fairly well for an old man.
Are you about to take?
man.
Are you going to take over the game, the cannabis game in Oklahoma?
Hey, man, really, seriously, I'm looking at maybe starting to do that thing, man.
All right, I have no money, but I can come out there once a year.
I can come
I need
work for you.
50% of your business.
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
He said
Now, but my concern is which direction do I want to go? Do I want to go hydro or try my hand at the soil again.
I would make everything as easy as possible. What you know.
Yeah.
I'm a strictly nothing but hydro.
If you're looking at a Duff, since you have run a total of 3 lights in your entire life, leave it up to the experts over here. But if you're gonna go, shut the fuck up. If you're gonna go commercial, I would go hydroponic to feed the plants everything they need when they need it, and take the control out of decomposition of your soil, especially indoors. Okay. Especially indoors in short seasons. Automated system, drain to waste. I mean, Jerome, you can speak on this and help me out a little bit over here, man. Running commercial grows, why a hydro system was probably better than a soil system.
We're not talking like DWC on a large scale.
He's
we're talking more like
Rockwell, or even cocoa. I know you don't, because cocoa's dirty and it causes a mess. I would prefer Rockwell in a lot.
If I did cocoa on a commercial scale,
Rockwell, drain the waste, little NFT system.
Well, today you can get 6-inch cubes of just cocoa. And if you're doing a commercial scale, I would do 6-inch, Rockwell or, even cocoa blocks. But for me, I would still say this is where I feel like it's a more medicinal standpoint. I feel like Rockwell, if you were looking at laboratory grade or medical grade anything, it's just more of a sterile, inert type medium that you can really control every aspect. And to me, you're not at risk of bringing any kind of pathogens or any type of bugs. No offense to cocoa or soil, for me, it's like it sits on a store shelf, on a pallet. It gets shipped around. It's sitting. You could be at risk of another supplier sitting in the same distribution warehouse. And the thing is like with cocoa and soil, for me, those are environments that are just breeding grounds for things that are
sterility is a real good point on commercial scale, because if anything goes wrong, it's harder to catch it before it becomes an epidemic. What about use of nutrients and ease of use and cleanup? Those are huge benefits of Rockwell too.
Nutrients in water, it's a huge savings because you're not having to saturate such a huge volume of media space. So naturally, you're going to use less water and nutrients. When you're, breaking down a room or tearing down a room, for instance, you're able to fit, a 20 to 100 light room into, 5 to 20, contractor bags, when you're looking at 2 to 3 dumpsters full of cocoa or soil. And that's a huge savings because, if you're in California, those extra trash disposals are anywhere from $150 to $200, $300 per disposal. And if you're doing multiple ones, you're looking at that cost, the cost of the labor involved, meaning the amount of people, the amount of time it takes to do all this cleaning, resetting of the room. And just on a commercial level, when you're growing, it just makes more sense to be as sterile as possible, meaning for me, with Rockwell, you have less debris going through the channels of the drains, the tables, meaning just the pith from the cocoa itself.
Easy
or even
cleanup,
just,
all that.
Yeah, it's just very easy
Jerome
cleanup.
makes a good point there because it keeps it more clean. But let me ask you this. What was the way that you were familiar with growing hydro? What was the way that you've actually done before? You mentioned NFT.
He's asking you, Mike.
I'm asking you, Oklahoma. Mike.
But, I've dibbled and dabbled. I think, we've been talking now, 5 years?
Yeah, at least that long, man. Me and Mike go way back.
So
way back.
What's your method when you've been doing
hydro?
hydro?
I've dabbled in all of it, but my passion has been DWC.
Okay. Well, on scale, DWC is going to be more laborious. It's going to take a lot more labor. It's going to.
That's what I've thought about doing some undercurrent stuff, recirculating on that aspect of it.
Pull off on a commercial
with
scale.
all due respect to Daniel up at Undercurrent, Current Culture, it's tough. It's energy, much more energy consumption than other ways because you have to make sure the water stays chilled the entire time. You're using a lot more water. You're flowing it around. More water equals more nutrients in that water. I like the idea of an inert medium, a hydro system where you drain to waste, because most inert mediums in hydro have a very high air-to-water ratio, like Rockwell, like cocoa. Okay? And that way you limit the amount of things that can happen, like root rot or other problems that happen in large systems. They happen in small systems too, but it's much more difficult to catch in a large canopy, especially if you're working with a 2 to 3 man team that don't know what they're looking at. You're starting in a marketplace in Oklahoma that isn't known for their proliferation of cannabis experts coming out of Oklahoma. So if you're going to be the expert and you're trying to teach someone, don't expect them to know what the onset of pythium looks like or something like that. That's why you keep a high air to water ratio. The air in the grow medium kills all those things back and pushes them back. And being a high air to water ratio means you use a lot less of it, a smaller footprint of grow medium, like Jerome was talking about on the waste point. But also think about this: if you're in a 6-inch block or a 3-gallon smart pot, you don't, for the same size plant that's going to yield the same amount in soil, you're going to be looking at like a 10-gallon to 15-gallon pot. That means more grow medium. That means more water to saturate that grow medium and more nutrient as well.
Right.
So if you're looking at a pro forma that you're going to put out the cost of everything, I've done it both ways for the amount that I'm going to be putting into it. As far as return on a commercial, I prefer hydro too. And I know you're a soil guy, Jesse. You got all the great soil products. This is indoor, by the way, that I'm talking about. My outdoors and my greenhouses, I only use soil because if I'm doing a full season or even light depth, ideally I want my greenhouses to be sealed just like an indoor grow room, but I'm using the sun. Unfortunately, I might be using some cold frames that they're not so sealed. Mm-hmm. But the soil in that instance, if it's out of the ordinary hot day, the larger grow medium gives me that buffer of where there's extra moisture and extra food, so that it actually supplements the plants. Mm-hmm. So in my outdoor commercial, greenhouse commercial, I'm all about the soil. In my indoor commercials, all my consultations that I do, I recommend either rock wool or cocoa. And the only reason I agree with you on the rock wool, the only reason I would put someone into cocoa is if they were scared of the rock wool and to give them a little bit more of a buffer, a slightly larger grow medium where you don't have as quick as dehydration, and it may be that they're transitioning from a soil form. But this dude, he was in DWC. I think 6-inch drain to waste drip system, Floraflex system would be ideal for him.
Well, even if it's not Floraflex, if you're doing multiple micro feedings, the beauty of that is you're injecting a precise EC and pH level. When you're feeding, let's say, once or twice a day, you have a pH swing within the media. So as far as pH and nutrient availability, you're going to have much more different spikes, having to feed at longer intervals apart, getting the plant to absorb the water saturation and nutrients more effectively and rapidly. You're able to feed multiple feedings, but let's say you feed 1 3 or 5 gallon pot, 1 to 2 gallons of nutrients per day in, let's say, 1 to 2 feedings. If you split that up into anywhere from 4 to 6, 8 feedings, you can look at, as far as the advantages of that, getting the media to dry out and absorb, the plant's going to grow more rapidly because of the aeration.
And you have more control.
Yeah, absolutely. People are afraid of things, but at this point, if you're at that type of scale, it's like, don't be penny wise, dollar foolish. The thing is
I want to be in the driver's seat. I don't want to be a passenger on that.
You know how to do things, and if you're consulting anybody, the thing is, it's all in or nothing. You have, whether it's you or somebody like me that can go there and guarantee 100% success if you follow every single step of the recipe. And as far as that goes, at a commercial level, every single dollar makes sense to save, whether it's the water, nutrient costs, the cost of labor. Every little thing goes down to drive down the cost. But you still want to demand the highest quality possible. When you're looking at overall costs of pounds, $600-800 plus, you need to look and evaluate the process, because at that point, if you're at such a large scale, that's
Oklahoma
still got
the
$4,800
pounds, dog.
And dude, they got the Timothy McVeigh OG.
They only got 500,000 people though.
I wish he was 48.
God damn.
Man, I wish too.
Mike, hey man, hit me up on my
email tyler@dfzradio.com. Let's talk a little more off the air, see what we can do together. I might have some if you got opportunities, I might have some people interested in those opportunities.
Okay, babe. You know.
I'm moving.
I appreciate you, Mike, man. And you sound great. You sound like you're feeling really good.
Kind of like in Oklahoma.
10 milligrams of Percocet and 300 milligrams of gabapentin in you. Make you feel real good, and some of that Cindy 99, baby.
I'll take some of that shit.
Let me send you. Not send you.
Okay, let's swag bag.
Look at the swag bag.
Yeah.
So maybe CBD, Elixir, allegedly CBT.
Been down that road too. All right, Tyler.
I'm just fucking with you, dog.
Heavy tea.
All right, thanks, player.
Okay, player.
We got you a swag bag going out. Talk to Marco. I know I'm not sending this out. Don't worry, company man. Green Grow Jesse sent it out.
He forgot that. He'll take that in a second.
I'll send it.
That's mine. You don't send this one.
That's Devin. Make sure you give that back to him.
Devin, Chip.
All of it's Devin.
Hey guys,
Jerome doesn't want that one, so you can have this one, Jesse.
When I say hey guys, I don't want to say it 3 or 4 times. There's like fucking herding cats on this show tonight. Jesus Christ.
You let me drink too much.
Yes. Once again, let's thank Jesse, everyone. Jesse from Green Grow for coming through. A round of applause.
Thank you for having me, you guys. Thank you.
You killed the game, man.
God, you guys are fucking amazing.
Man, thank you so much. These tits are real.
Yeah,
you don't get a feeling.
So Jerome.
Only my wife does.
Not on the first date.
Thanks so much for coming through. You got anything to leave the listeners with, or what they need to know about Green Grow?
I don't want to end it on a pitchy note. Just if you enjoy gardening at the highest level and want to see what rich, fertile soil can do, give our line a try, and I guarantee you won't be sorry.
That's awesome. Safe travels back home. Go check out thegreengrow.com to learn more. Now it's time for our grand prize giveaway. Tonight we have a trunch meter, a gallon of Turpinator, some smart pots, some granddaddy pads, and a complete full line of Mission fertilizer.
What?
That's a grand prize well worth over $1 million centavos.
That's like the California
$1 million pesos.
Mega Millions right there, jackpot.
So let's do it. Since you're over there in the Horty Chris seat, you have to come up with a grand prize question, company man.
Oh shit! What is the carbon-based Green Grow product that will rejuvenate your soil and is also food for your microbes?
Way to go, company man.
The carbon base.
And it's also available through Hawthorne Gardening Supply.
It is.
Yes, it is.
I don't want to end on a pitchy note, so Devin will for you.
Got him.
Oh, do you want me to answer that?
No, but answer it.
Oh, wait.
Later, you're going to pick a number.
That's the grand prize question.
And you call it now, 562-653-0707.
562-653-0707. What is the carbon-based product from Green Grow?
Carbon based.
Yes,
Is it carbon based?
Everything's
It's gonna
carbon
rejuvenate everything.
There's no news.
There's not a wrong answer then. You're gonna win what did I say? Truncheon meter, granddaddy pads, Mission fertilizer, gallon of Turpinator, and some smart pots.
We got no news and
some Green Grow. You got more Green Grow?
Yeah. Let me throw in
Boom.
a 5-pound bag of Nature's Bricks.
Now you can't just throw that in and never call us back when it's not here for us to shit.
Hey,
he's a brick.
Hey,
It's a brick
ask
house.
him.
Do I deliver on when
Jesse,
I say
ask him
something?
where our
Is it-
GH is to ship out.
We got you.
I sent you guys stuff all the time.
My confidence in Devin's ability to get that 5-pound pack over here.
I got you.
Severely limited right now.
Yeah.
What is a carbon-based product from Green Grow? 562-653-0707. We'll talk about it off there.
Inventory too.
Yep.
Like, I got
Let's do
you.
it. Smoke weed every day. Heavy T's Grow Show coming back with a giveaway.
Do it to you. Do it to you. Do it to you. Do it lightweight. Do it to you. Do it to you. Do it to you. Do it lightweight. Do it to you. Do it to you. Do it to you. Do it lightweight. Do it to you. Do it to you. Do it to you. Do it lightweight. Been there for ya. Uptown kicking while you ain't over here. Say hello now, naked when your mans ain't here. Say the water levies won't give a damn in here. We on wrist straight froze. Know what I want when I want what I get her. Pouring Patron and some more with the liquor. Keep going and going, her mouth is so tender. She cry wolf with her hair gone. She a wolf with her hair on. Yabba ding dong. Whoa, goddammit, I'm a bad bitch. Vanity got them all in the hammock. Put the paws on them, got them all in the panic. If we all go to Mars, that's a whole nother planet. Whole nother planet, whole nother planet. Goddamn.
Do it to you. Do it to you. Do it to you. Do it like Wayne. Do it to you. Do it to you. Do it to you. Do it like Wayne. Do it to you. Do it to you. Do it to you. Do it like Wayne. Do it to you. Do it to you. Do it to you. Do it like
Fucking bad bitches, getting money while I'm fucking bad bitches live. Fucking bad bitches, put my face in the city like fucking bad bitches, getting money while I'm fucking bad bitches live. Fucking bad bitches, put my face in the city live.
Say you're big time, huh?
Yeah, kinda.
Say you're big time, huh?
Yeah, kinda.
To the Heavy Tea Grow Show. Call in right now, 562-653-0707 for your chance to talk to Heavy Tea, Horty Chris, or Dr. Duffman. Killing it.
Have you ever been interested in gardening with dry fertilizers? Well, you're not the only one, and let me tell you about Organics and their line of organic dry fertilizers. Healthy plants with a simple 4-step process. Step 1. Just measure out a half teaspoon per gallon of soil or 2 cups per 12 square feet of soil surface area. Step 2. Apply evenly to the soil surface. Step 3. Blend into the top layer of soil to avoid caking. Step 4. Water thoroughly. And that's it, simple as that. Great for vegetables, fruits, flowers, potted plants, trees, shrubs, annuals, and perennials. It's Vermicrop Organics VermiVeg 744. Along with the VermiBloom and PK Boost, you will have a complete line of organic nutrients and a garden that will thank you with a great harvest. Looking for an even simpler way? Then check out the Vermiall 666. This game-changing mix is formulated for all stages of growth in the fast-paced garden of champion vegetable and flower growers. And check out the Vermi-Bat Guano Fertilizer and the Vermi-Blood Blood Meal Fertilizer for feeding oversized, nitrogen-hungry plants. Learn more at vermicrop.com. That's vermicrop.com.
Dr. Duffman here. Wanted to talk to you about what I wish I had in my garden. And that, my friends, is a Nanolux double-ended fixture, which is leading the industry as I speak in double-ended technology. I will no longer need 10 150-watt lights to cover my 5x5 area. With just one double-ended fixture from Nanolux, I can cover that area. Also, no more need for that pesky Richter timer of mine that goes off at all kinds of random hours. With Nanolux's fixture, it comes NCCS ready, meaning I can control it on my computer. So if you're like me and your lighting situation sucks, then upgrade to Nanolux's double-ended fixtures today, and don't be a duff man. For more information on Nanolux, check them out at nanoluxtech.com. That's NANOLUXTECH.com.
Hey man, it's Dr. Duffman here, bro. You're listening to DSCRadio.com. Oh, DSCRadio.com. Oh, hey man, it's Dr. Duffman, bro. You're listening to
Hey man, your garden smells amazing this year. What are you doing different? Haven't you heard? We've been using the Terpinator.
Did you say Terpinator like terpenes?
Yes, exactly. Terpinator is designed to increase your plant's terpenes, which are responsible for everything from how your plants smell to how much flavorful oils they produce. Basically, Terpinator is the one-stop shop for an overall quality increase for your fruits and flowers.
That's awesome! You know, I can tell the Terpinator has not only increased the oils in all your herbs and flowers, but it looks like it's going to increase your dry weight as well. And dude, don't even get me started on those crystals. They look like mini icebergs.
Well, you better hurry up and get on board. It's flowering season right now. And since Terpinator is made right here in Sonoma County, you can literally find it in any hydro store in town. Boost your plant's oils and bring out flavors that will drive your friends wild. Terpinator. Sticky is an understatement.
You are listening to the Heavy Tea Grow Show. Call in right now, 562-653-0707 for your chance to talk to Heavy Tea, Horty Chris, or Dr. Duffman. Killing it.
Hey, I'm in the zone. Dude, this shit is
Every Wednesday night from 6 to 10 Pacific Standard Time, who's hooking you up with the dopest grow knowledge and the freshest grow gear?
Heavy Tea's Grow Show. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. I love it.
Hey,
every day.
Thank you for
Every
the
Wednesday.
thank you for the birthday. Hey guys, it's Heavy T. As a longtime cultivator in both small and large gardens, both indoor and in greenhouses, I know the number one factor for being successful is to maintain an ideal environment and optimize my airflow. That is why I use and recommend Fantech controllers and EC fans. As the original inventors of the inline fan way back in 1974, Fantech uses the highest quality German motors and has revolutionary impeller technology. The EC fan creates the most efficient and powerful airstream of any fan in its class. And with the new Aeolus controller, maintaining the ideal environment has never been more simple. The Aeolus, with a variety of modes, allows me to control my exhaust and intake fans along with my dampeners from one easy to set up and use interface. And with the two expandable channels, I can maintain temperature set points in two separate spaces. So whether you're a hobbyist in your garage or a commercial greenhouse grower, it's simple. Use what the pros use. Use the Fantech EC fan and Aeolus controller. And if you're a retailer, contact Rambridge, Savant Plant Tech, or Garden Rebels Distribution and order yours today. Fan and controller sold separately.
Sorry, Horty. Game over.
Happy birthday!
Hey, bro, your garden's looking sweet, man. What are you using?
Yeah, man, I'm using a premium cocoa nutrient, Cocoa Tech A and B, man. It's an aggressive formula for increased yield during the flowering phase.
Wow, so this is made specially for cocoa?
You better believe it, man. It comes with easy-to-use two-part formula, formulated for aggressive growth and superior blooms. Whoa, bro. Yeah, man, tell 'em, Bob.
This aggressive formula contains proprietary blends of calcium to ensure your plants thrive. Backed by years of research, Cocoa Tech premium cocoa nutrients are specifically designed to support and enhance your cocoa core growing experience. Use Cocoa Tech premium nutrients with Cocoa Tech premium cocoa core for optimum results.
Yeah, man.
Heavy T hooked me up, man. Thanks.
That's right, that's right.
I tell you, this is the life.
Ever since we started working here at Sanctuary Soil, I couldn't be happier. It's nice to work at a place where they treat you like the artist that you are.
Tell me about it. So many places just throw you in the dirt, feed you junk, and drip water on your head.
Yeah, sounds more like torture than a job.
And how do they expect you to do great things when they don't give you the right tools? I can't do it if you treat me like garbage.
I hear ya. You give me the highest quality organic materials like woody biomass and grasses, put me in a healthy, clean environment, and I can practically poop gold.
Not to mention alfalfa meal, arborist material. They even bathe us in a healthy biological tea full of enzymes and other good stuff. You know, I get a little choked up just thinking about how all those customers are gonna benefit from the hard work we put into providing them with the best products available.
I just wish more companies were like Sanctuary Soil. It's nice to work with people who care about their customers and care about the environment.
Yeah, this is the life. Hey, I'm pretty full. Think it's about time to go make some magic, if you know what I mean.
Well, a worm's work is never done.
See you in a few.
You got anything to read? This could take a while.
Sanctuary Soil's Buckaroo brand premium worm casting, the all-in-one soil amendment that's safe for the environment, children, and pets. For more information and to see a list of current retailers, visit our site at sanctuarysoil.com.
DFCRadio.com.
What is? Hey, are you a soil grower and tired of using salt and synthetic-based fertilizers and not getting the results that you wanted? Well, for hydroponics, those products work great. But in soil, they suck. All those feeding schedules are out of range for what we think is good for soil growers. Mission Fertilizer is a new product on the market that's specific to soil gardening. They have a grow, bloom, and boost. It's a super premium organic 1 part grow, 1 part bloom, and 1 part boost. It's a feeding program that can be used in bag soils like Ocean Forest and Happy Frog, Victory Mix, or Empire Builder, even Roots Organic, Royal Gold, and so forth. It can be used in any soil mix. Super simple to use, 1 part grow, 1 part bloom, and 1 part boost to get the most out of your garden. It's organic listed, pH stable, and safe to use with tap water. No need to ppm or EC or pH your tap water if you're mixing in Mission Fertilizer liquid. Go to missionfertilizer.com, grow the best, and see the proof is in the plants.
DFCRadio.com. You weak hustlers just make me laugh, and I ain't fucking with it if it don't make me cash. All I do is stack money. I'm a grown ass man. This a West Coast addiction. Team on the map, bring the heat on the track, bring the fire in the booth. I'm tired of these motherfuckers lying to you. It's for the real ass hustlers who clocking that dough like Urban G-Bo who just got home. Get your paper, 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 get your paper. I hustle hard, 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 I hustle hard. Yeah, stack that money, just money, just money. Yeah, stack that money, just stack that money. Yeah, stack that money, just money, just money. Yeah, stack that money, just stack that money. I hustle hard.
Hold on, let me hit the syrup. This is gonna be the bomb in a minute.
Around for somebody to give it. I stand on my own too. The grind I live it. The 9 to 5 can't provide the digits.
What? 9 to 5? You talking shit, sucker? You talking shit like your 9 to 5?
Got diamonds on my head.
Can't provide them digits
that I own. Sitting
you gotta talk about whips?
Candy painted bike.
Welcome back, Kevin G's Grow Show, the one and only grow show worth listening to. All the rest are trash.
That was hardcore.
No one's listening at this
you go
point.
hard to go home.
They said you were trash. It's gonna be a bunch of dorks in a fucking 2x4 tent on YouTube that have spent more money on the microphone they're using than their grow.
Oh, you
telling
mean
people how to
you
grow.
mean the people online with 100,000 followers and 30 likes and one comment?
You mean that $100 LED's not gonna produce?
Yeah, I know what shows those are.
Yeah, I mean,
y'all motherfuckers don't grow.
You don't know. And
Y'all
where
don't grow. Step the fuck
maybe
up.
you welcome D&G to the house. One, the
Yeah.
D&G,
What's
the
good,
one and
what's
only
good?
in the house. Maybe you can enlighten me, but how did people start thinking that Florida was like the mecca of growers for weed?
Damn, I haven't heard that one yet.
Since they heard OG came from there.
Yeah, I've been hearing people like busting out like on Oregon and shit, talking about like Oregon
$50 pound.
is like really fucking doing it with some fucking quality weed for the low.
Do you just beat the shit out of them?
Seen it,
What's this you got right here?
50 pack.
This is some like a special fucking fucking wedding cake cross.
Let's do this real quick while we get all the colors locked in.
dope.
Do we got a scale here, Saint?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll tell
Let's
you
do
right
this.
now.
We'll keep it all in here because this is yours. But let's see
I got
who can eyeball an eighth the best out of these supposed cannabis experts here at the table. Who can eyeball an eighth? This is your week, so I'm going to let you go first here, cannabis expert D&G. Let's eyeball an eighth.
Actually, I just got this.
Eyeball an eighth. Not the stuff you're breaking up. Just eyeball an eighth out of there.
Eyeball an eighth out of here.
Can we be plus or minus by like what? 2?
Don't give the scale to fucking Jerome. He'll use it.
Jerome's gonna like
cheating ass motherfucker.
Keep an eye on Jerome. He's all pressing on.
Oh, you sure you want that one? That looks like a pretty big nug. That looks like a pretty big nug, bro.
That might be too much.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh shit.
I think
that's 1/8.
I don't think that's an eighth.
I think you may need some glasses, one.
Holy shit! Hey, that's his pick. That's his pick.
Hold on, let me feel the density of this herb. Get the fuck out of here, Plug Gaming. You got your show on Monday.
Maybe I would have put like a tiny bit.
Okay, okay. Dutch wants to get on it. Go, Dutch. Go over there.
All right, Dutch
just entered the contest.
All right, this is some pretty. What is this now?
Challenge accepted.
This weed looks pretty good. It kind of smells like.
But the thing you didn't factor in is the fact that you asked me to eyeball it, so of course I'm gonna short you as a customer.
No,
why did you ask me to eyeball it, dude?
As a tradition,
I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Welcome to the ATL.
Giving away everybody's shit.
I'm like, looks like an eighth to me. What do you think?
All right,
I don't know.
All right, I picked mine. Go ahead, and don't be looking at my pile trying to figure out your pile, Duff. Duff is over here taking it easy.
I got this shit by fucking. I got a crooked ass eye, blind to one. I got this shit.
Devin doesn't even know. He's got some app that's gonna weigh it out.
Whatever we're over, we get to keep.
He's got an app.
I don't know why y'all made me go first because y'all all trying to like fucking prices right.
In the history of the game, you would never fucking wait out an eighth.
Trying to make a 3-nug eighth.
I know an eighth, Barrel.
That's what they're doing.
I guess you haven't worked hard enough in this game if you don't know what it means.
I have a handful and I'm going to keep putting back.
Bro, this is nothing.
Hey, listen.
All right, guys, one at a time here.
I would say for a true competition, we should eyeball an eighth, a quarter, and a zip. But we don't have enough time, so we're just going to do an eighth tonight. Next week, I was planning on doing this, but Mark didn't go get those packs that I told him to get.
A goddamn handful of this shit.
Mark wasn't a dude that went and got the packs.
There you go.
All right.
We're way off. I'm already way off. I can tell right now. I can already tell.
You light or you heavy or light? You light?
I feel it.
I might be too.
This is how.
I might be too.
Hey, this is how they do you when they come to the show. You have to take it a while.
Let's set the
I got it. You brought a pound. We're gonna
one
play with
at a
your
time.
pound.
One at a time.
Cámate, güey.
If you're over, you're out.
Look at D&G's.
I want a little
D&G
bit.
got fucking a half eighth.
That's like a gram.
This is an out of town.
That's a gram.
This is an out of town eighth. Like
That's
out of
one
town
blunt.
eighth.
I'm good, bro.
I
My
don't got a
shit is.
scale on me. Do you?
All right.
My shit is no more than
Devin,
3/8.
Are you
Mine's
participating,
definitely
Devin?
not
I'll
over.
eyeball it
Hey,
for
don't
you.
be looking at that. Look, see, this motherfucker had a turn. You're the cheatingest motherfucker ever, Jerome.
Look at my shit.
You know Jerome won the grow off
Mine's
by
on point.
secretly telling him not to send me my submission.
Oh, that's what
We're
happened.
gonna see. We're gonna see on that.
Hey, you know,
Hey,
I
keep
got
all the
some-
bag on the top of the table, guys.
Mind
This
you,
is not
mind
your
you, I
stuff.
just got this.
You do not get to keep your
Okay,
eighth.
pass me the scale. Pass me the scale.
No, I need to roll some. I don't have enough to.
All right, guys, pass me the scale. Here we go.
All
What
right.
we're gonna do over
First
here,
up.
My sample?
Who's up first?
we are gonna start, and moving the scale is gonna set it off. Moving the scale is going to throw it off, so you're gonna have to bring your sample over here.
All right, that's cool with that.
Okay.
I already know.
No,
I
we're gonna
know
go in
I'm
order.
winning. I know I'm winning.
You ready? Are you ready, Devin?
I know I'm winning this shit.
All right, here we go. We're gonna put the solo. Oh, what's this white debris on here?
That's mayonesa.
It looks kind of old, like last time Horty was here. Alote con mayonesa? All right. D&G's first submission. Go ahead, D&G. Throw your stuff in.
This is my out of town.
1.8. Out of town 8. That's a 1.2.
2.5.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, look, see? Look, that's what I was going for.
You're a gram short.
Short of a gram, exactly. I was trying to short him a gram, exactly.
Right. Damn. Let me write this down. D&G 2.5. Okay.
Hey, look, and I knew it was 2.5 too.
All right, here comes Devin. Here comes Devin.
All right.
That's why I took the smaller nug.
What do you got in your hand?
Don't try to slam dunk it.
Devin's a 4.2. He's a friendly drug dealer. Always hooks you up.
He always go over. Like my boy gives me 4.2, dude.
All right, here we go. Just drop that right now. Go ahead. Hold on.
Whoa.
All right, let's zero it out. There we go.
I got it.
You got it.
You now have some DFZ studio.
Don't just look at it. You got to throw it all in.
4.0. Duffman got a 4.0.
All right.
So far, Duff is the closest.
That's pretty close.
0.5 off.
Depending on who the custody.
Oh, Jerome 5.2.
Damn.
Hey, I think I did the best so far, depending on who the custody was.
Right. As the
Take that 5.2.
My pin isn't working.
Oh, you gotta reweigh.
Let's
go.
Bullshit.
All right, who's next? Dutch Master Gaming.
All right, Dutch, what's up?
5.3.
Oh my God! Damn.
Hey, see, look, those are some dense nugs. Those are some dense nugs. And look, I played
Heavy T, the last one. 4.9.
Damn, 5.
Hey, look, I think I won.
Fucking Dr.
I think I won. I played it safe.
I said everyone. Hey, everybody, there's some PGRs and heavy metals in that bullshit.
Yeah, this is some pack load out shit.
Yeah, I'm sorry, we don't know how to weigh out death.
I'll tell you what, I'm fucking spot on. And I need a job at the dispensary because I know what the fuck is
Give him his bag
We
back.
don't know exactly what Paclo and Butrazol weigh.
Well, you guys don't know. You guys are all the heavy-handed dealers.
No, it's not low.
Guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's been a terrific show. Shout out to D&G for coming through with his huge bag of weed so we could have fun. Now it's time to get down with it. Go ahead. What was the question,
What is the
Devin?
carbon-based product from Green Grow?
What is a carbon-based
There's
product
also
from?
a food for your beneficials and
There
can
we go.
rejuvenate your soil.
Burro. Porito.
Yo, what's up, ese?
¿Qué onda, cabrón?
Nada, güey. Aquí nomás.
¿Su novia quiere alote con mayonesa en la cara? ¿Lo acellaran en la cara?
Muchísimo, hell yeah.
Ey, verdad, cabrón, palabra.
Palabra.
La neta. All right. What's up, dog? What is the product?
Earthshine.
Bam, first try.
Yeah, doggy! Oh my God! Hey, Burrito Burro, you just got hooked up with Green Grow 5-pound of nature's bricks, some smart pots, a gallon of Turpinator, a full line of Mission fertilizer, and a truncheon meter. All of them from our sponsors. Make sure you go give all of them some love.
Blue Lab.
And follow at Heavy T's Grow Show and at Fantech US _Shelby.
Yeah.
We are announcing the competition for a $700 giveaway tonight.
Whoa.
Gotta follow us. If you know the rules.
Follow.
You're gonna have a whole week to do it, but follow us right meow. Heavy T's Grow Show, doing it each and every Wednesday from 6 to 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Beforehand, from 5 to 6, you have the Hydroponic chef and his guests try to stick around and get some free promo, but I kick them the fuck out. So other than that,
Oh, dude, we got Unc
we out.
in here right now.
Oh, the Unc. You're just eyeballing weed, Unc.